Welcome back to OtakuDaiKun. Today we're going to be playing some more Fate Extra CCC. It's been a while. We did a bit of a stunt with FGO with the Tunguska event. I've got the lore of that coming out next week. Hello, welcome. Yeah. So yeah, FGO kind of took a gap in here, but I wanted to get back up on the train here. I can't dedicate myself to constantly streaming, like, every single day, but I'll throw in one of these every now and then, just as a casual, fun journey. It's not like this game hasn't been around for ages, and so we can kind of take our time. Yep. And I plan to stream for a while, at least until we finish Jinako's whole spiel, is the goal. How are you guys doing today? Let me see here. Let me see something. Okay, cool. You're doing peachy. So yes, we're in the middle of doing Jinako's dungeon. Wait, what do I have to do? Oh, head to the Sakura. Oh, okay, so we're ready to jump right on in, it looks like. So far, we found out that she's a compulsive liar. I've been doing okay. So I wasn't planning on playing the Grand Blue Fantasy Relink demo, but now I think I'm going to, because I didn't know Zeta was in it, or Zeta. I need to play that game. I have it on pre-order, but yeah. Prepare for a lot of Gato. You know what, I kind of remember that. I couldn't believe my own eyes. The labyrinth floor stretches out to the vanishing point, anyway. It stretches really far. In this vast, barren space, there are no surfaces where the walls should be. This is the 11th floor of the Sakura Labyrinth? Why are you spacing out, Praetor? Sure, I was also taken aback a tad. But isn't this a nice bit of variety? It looks kind of the same to me, I don't know, man. Proceed glamorously. All tracks you leave form roads, Praetor. All roads lead to the core, see? Let's not dwell on whether that's for better or worse, though. I'm a little unsure of what to do, but with what Saber said, all we can do is take a look around. My cat has decided to come into my room more often, but he just sits on top of the computer because it's nice and warm in the winter. Man, it's freezing out. How about you guys? How's the weather where you are? To start off, we'll just have to go straight, maybe? A save point right at the start? Everything is Roma to Nero. Well, they say go straight. Oh, I see what they mean. It's just a giant square. Well, no, I don't go straight. I go around the edges and map out things properly. Wee, wee, wee. I ain't got no time for this. Wee. 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 Ooh, would you look at that? Magic crystal fragment. Wee. Wee. You've been cat sitting. Ooh, rodents. That's crazy. I think I'm glad to say I've never had that problem. The old house I grew up in has been having some ant stuff recently. But it's like an old school, like, log house. So I guess that's why. Oh, well, would you look at that? There's 10 degrees Celsius at nights. Ugh. Yeah, it's pretty bad. I've got some pipes that freeze over if it gets below 10 Fahrenheit. So I have to run the water, doing a little bit of a drippy drip all night when it gets that bad. Within the endless stretches of this wasteland, we happen upon a still, lone figure. It's Jinako's servant, Karna. But what gives? I get the feeling that literally all he's doing is just standing there. I don't know if my exhaustion passed a saber or what, but there's not a moment to rest before it's time to fight. Also, Karna's expression isn't telling me anything about what he's thinking. Stupidly windy. Yeah, wind chill's awful. I'm glad there's some sunshine out today, though. Was able to get the dog a good walk before the stream. He's like a husky, speaking of dogs, tied to the storefront and waiting for his owner to return. Though it's a little rude to compare him to a dog. That's the impression I get. There's nothing wrong with your doggo. I love doggos. Maybe he's not thinking about anything. Hello? I'm not sure if he's devoid of any ambition or just detached from desire. Regardless, he's not acting like a heroic spirit. I just don't get it. Deep down in his soul, does this guy even desire the Holy Grail? Well, it is pointless to keep glaring at each other. Thankfully, it's easy to get through to this guy with just words. Let's try getting straight to the point. The point would be, where's Jinako? How did your New Year's event go? In which game? I mean, New Year's in general was good. So, did your owner get sick of you, noble hero of the East? I suppose your exalted self was too dazzling for that lazy girl. What happened in the story since the beginning of the stream? Literally nothing. We just went into the dungeon. It leaves off right where we were on the previous stream. So you're searching for Jinako. I know where you're coming from, but forgive me. I haven't acquired her location. Of course, as a servant, I pursued my master's location. But she repeatedly rebuked me, telling me to stop. Well, I played a New Year's event in Nikkei, Goddess of Victory, and that one was fantastic. As for FGO, it was just kind of like, here's some missions for some free items. I did roll for and got Faker recently. Hephaestion. Fake Hephaestion, that is. Thus here I am, pretending to be a gatekeeper. Pretending and nothing more. An out-of-work Labyrinth guard, essentially. Knowing Jinako, she's probably somewhere on this floor, showing the world her disgraceful side. How about checking around at random? As expected, Onsure shows no signs of attacking. We step away, leaving him. Yikes. That's crazy. Where is that, by the way, Caitlin? What general region are we talking here? Excel Zero Order again? I don't know. Did they ever rerun it in the first place? Go ahead. Proactively impending your exploration is not something I was ordered to do. Alright, bro. Wee, wee, wee. You know, I don't even have time for this. Northern or Alberta? Yeah, I don't know where that is either. I'm very geographically, deficit, I guess? Oh, whoa. Hooray! Wait. Never mind. Fine, be that way. Why didn't that show up the last time I ran around the corner? Maybe it did and I just missed it. It's Canada? Yeah. I know almost nothing about Canada. Other than that's where a lot of film shoots take place because it's way cheaper to do it there than it is to to do it in the US. Where, oh, where the fuck do I go? I've also been playing the Trials of Mana remake, trying to get that done before February, the month of all the best JRPGs of the year, crammed into one little space. You know, we got our Persona, we got our FF7. I'm assuming FF7 is going to be hella fun. I'm just not going to buy it yet until I confirm they don't do any shenanigans with Tifa. Oh, there she is. No, Canada seems good. Cold, for sure. I met Richard Ian Cox, the English dub voice actor for Inuyasha. He's Canadian. There's Jinako. I'm sure she noticed us, but won't even cast a glance. It's really tough to talk to her like this. I still have to, though. I took a stingle step forward, when Jinako started to mutter. Oh, dai-chan. Just leave me alone. There's no co-op mode in ghosting, just a versus mode. What? What is she trying to accomplish? She doesn't look like she's having any fun. If you insist on condemning yourself, then you need bigger gestures, or you won't get through to your audience. Shut it. Ugh, so annoying, just blabbering away. After I finally separated from that fussy mother-in-law of a servant, Karna. Guess that means I can't get any peace and quiet in this spot either. Doesn't really bother me, it's just what it is. Ain't it just so great to have an admirable servant, dai-chan? Death to survivalists. Aww. She's gone. I didn't even get the chance to speak. Seems like Jinako, after parting with her usual slang threat, teleported away somewhere. That explains it. The layout of the 11th floor is sparsely structured so that she can do that. By layout, you mean the stuff in here? In order to teleport without limit, she put as few obstacles as she could, you mean? No, there's a subtle difference. Since the moon cell is finite, the labyrinth must also be finite. The formula requires a divergence and a singular point of convergence. A labyrinth without this premise will end in collapse. Oh, as immense as BB's power is, that's why she couldn't devise a way to end this from the start. That's why she's been so oblique. A solution we can't discover, but BB also can't obtain. She has no effective way outside of constructing obstacles to keep it secure. Honestly, I'm not really following, but I get the feeling it's like the repetition draw rule in chess. Basically, this match between us and Jinako will likely become one of attrition. Dai-chan, Saber, sorry for this, but please keep searching for Jinako. Stay on her tail. Good. There are rare and wise military staff officers, or these are. Elites that conquerors of any age would envy. Moreover, with me as your blade, they serve as the cane that supports you, Praetor. We can clear a labyrinth like this in no time. Sure, this seems like it'll be plain work, but the resolution is simple. I have not only Saber with me, but Leo and the others. In comparison, Jinako is alone. She can't run away forever. But I wonder if that's all there is to it. This landscape from her mind, along with Jinako's acting, with how she was acting, I get the feeling that we shouldn't just catch her and call it a day. At any rate, let's find Jinako. We can't let her be alone like this. You won't get away with this! Did I get turned around? Yes, I did. I wonder if she's gonna hide in that little nook. Nope, not this time. Where the hell are you, Jinako? It makes sense that she would, like, keep her back to a wall, though. That's the entrance. Ah! Nobody puts Jinako in a corner except Jinako herself. Hey! Again, yo? You just don't know when to quit, dai-chan. Go ahead, keep searching, it's pointless. Jinako is an authority of replaythroughs. Repetitive speedruns, infinite duping. They get my dopamine pumping every round. So, actually, I welcome it. Dope! Jinako! I was ready this time, but she got away again like it was nothing. What am I supposed to do? The previous labyrinths had corridors with dead ends, but here? Final Fantasy XIV? I don't know. Maybe it's because they can hide it behind the fact that you have to, obtain those things yourself, and that it's the players mostly instigating the lewdness. Don't stop moving, Praetor. You won't catch anything with this effort of tracking. Whatever. Beep. 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 There she is. Just check the corners. Once again, we ran into Jinako, curled up in a corner of the labyrinth. Looking at her from the side, I can't tell if she's getting fed up with being chased around. All I can see is that she looks more spaced out than ever. Okay. Just let me handle this. First, let's break her knees. Oh, please, I don't mean it literally. I just want to teach her about being moderate in all things. Even despots care about aesthetics. Try something on my own. That makes sense. She's got this issue with me having a servant with me at all times. All we can do is persevere. Besides, I know from my battles against Rin and Rani that it's impossible to extract an SG via brute force. I'm so sick of this. Why do you have to drag things out? These days, stern lectures and night patrol teachers are, novel. It suits that old school, though. Thank God my delinquent, rebellious phase was in the digital era, right? This is the quantum age, yo. What do you know, dai-chan? You with your old hag of a servant, going out for walks by choice. Don't call her a hag. I'd be lying if I said I wasn't swelling with anger. Yet this Jinako is precisely a product of BB splitting up her personality. I can't go losing it over each and every one of her sarcastic comments. However, don't pay me any more mind. Jinako's got friends too, you know. Friends? You don't have any friends? And here we go again. Oh, what the fuck? Now there are enemies. Who'd have thought? Okay, that's how it's gonna be, huh? Ugh. Let me see here. GA. I love it. I've got this spreadsheet of enemy patterns, and literally the very first thing that shows up is not on any of them. I can only guess. Hey, Vladimirovna! Finished your Tales of Berseria. Oh, you just finished. Wanted to thank you for introducing me to an amazing game and other things through your vids. Yes, I love that game so much. It's so cool. Alright, so I'm going to assume it's GAG, GAG. So that would mean I need to break, defend, break, break, defend, break. And hope to God that works. So far, so good. Hey! Aw, I was so close. It was Ga. Oh well. Okay, well, now that there are these guys, I guess just kill them all? Okay, and we're fighting a Hopeless. What a weird name for an enemy. So you've got a guard break. Well, there's only one that... actually, no, there's two of them that do that. So let's do defend, 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 and then break, attack, guard. Oh, wrong one. That sucks. At least I got 3 in. Wham! Okay, that doesn't help very much at all. Let's see here. An A in the second. A, B, B, A. We could try that. Yeah, let's try that. A, B, B. Before I do that, though, skill. Gotta heal you. Was OG Extra's enemy design like that as well? They're almost exactly the same. Like, these are just recycled enemies from the first game, to be real. Different color edits and crap. Jesus, I got that one wrong. Alright, let's try this again. Attack, blank, break. Okay, let's just guess one. A, B, 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 A. Well, we'll never find out. He's dead. Level up! Did the level up, like, restore my stuff? I think it did. Ah, I see that little tiny house over there. That must be Jinako's house. Ugh. Alright, so if that's break, break, it could be so many things. Bab, bab. Yeah, let's try bab, bab. Break, attack, break. Break, attack, break. And hope to God that works. Yay! I think I got it. Wahaha! You see the Mahoyo movie recent trailer? Yeah. I have no idea how many they're planning to adapt it into, honestly. I kind of don't personally mind if they find a way to cram it all into one movie. I know a lot of people would be like, that's sacrilege, but I don't know. This is a model house, I guess? It seems like it has some meaning behind it. Well, isn't this cute? Shall we look at the interior? The door won't open, it's welded shut. With Saber speaking behind me, I search over the model house. I see. The doors and windows really are decorations. Instead, the roof opens. Could this be an item folder? Of course we're gonna search it. There's nothing else to do. I place my hands on the roof and try opening it like a treasure chest. Suddenly... Barf! A trap! Praetor, where have you gone? Ah! My Praetor vanished again! Do you think the Atlas Academy is going to show up in another Grail War outside the Extra universe? That really depends. I mean, we only know much about Atlas through Zepia and Sion. We hardly ever see any of the alchemists. I wished for a redo. To redo my life. Up until I was 15 years old, I thought that way as if it were natural. And I expected it to happen in the future as if it were natural. If only I could get that chance. I joined the Holy Grail War, half for fun, half for my wish. Without knowing that it was a serious slaughter fest, a death match where only one person can be left standing. No, I'd known the Holy Grail War's rules from the rumors, but not taking things seriously is a bad habit of mine. Countless times so far, I had spent my days with a whatever attitude, so this was the greatest punishment I could have ever deserved. It was Papa who named me Jinako. Mama was Japanese, and he loved her just the way she was. Of course, he also loved Japanese culture. I'd like her to sound her like a little Japanese girl. Apparently, over something like that, he picked the sound of Jinako. My family wasn't super rich, and I wasn't a 200 IQ genius nor beautiful, but I was pretty happy. A fairly strict household. A fairly princess-like upbringing as an only daughter. One day, Papa and Mama passed away in an unfortunate accident. Since we were in the middle class, the upper middle class, I received a handsome inheritance. Although one could also view it as enough money for a single girl to keep food on the table for the rest of her life, if she lives modestly. Jinako obtained inheritance! That's when the curtains opened on my new life as a winner. Obviously, I didn't move up to high school. There was no point, after all. I guess my love for accumulating little things, little by little, meant I was an otaku at heart. I holed up in my house and immersed myself in the world of the internet. I had tons of friends over in Peace Journal. You can live off your inheritance, Jinako. You could just chill and not have to work. So basically, you're a winner? If Jinako just worked off a bit of that weight, she would be phenomenal. My internet friends were jealous and constantly fawned over me. Sometimes there would be people saying dumb stuff out of envy, but it wasn't all that bad of a daily life. As long as this lifestyle keeps up, everything will be good, I thought. I celebrated the continuing of this lifestyle. This lifestyle. Who would have guessed that this lifestyle would go on for 15 years? What do you mean? Supposed to go your whole life, right? Papa gave me the name Jinako. He was ordinary and a bit chubby, sometimes so mediocre that it ticked me off, but I loved him. Rather than love Mama, I admired her. She was so kind and pretty that she was way out of Papa's league. My family wasn't super rich, and I wasn't a 200 IQ genius nor beautiful, you already said that, but I was still pretty happy. I had no wish for anything special, but to make up for it, I had a realistic, down-to-earth happiness. And yet, one day, Papa and Mama just disappeared. While out shopping, a dump truck that should have stopped at the light rammed through. They just disappeared without a trace. You know, Truck-kun just keeps getting more and more popular these days, you know? I mean, in Japan, are their drivers really that bad? I feel like you're more likely to get hit by a truck in America than you are to get hit by a truck in Japan. My world was plunged into darkness, and then my mind was in darkness. even after the funeral ended. In such a state, I received my inheritance. Yes, Truck-kun has various skins. You hear kids are watching Skibbity Toilet? Yeah, I guess. I didn't go to high school. Since nobody told me to go, I dragged myself into seclusion. I mean, I had money for life. No one could bother me. Who could blame me if I used entertainment as an escape? I don't. My internet buddies were nice to me. As long as you don't step on any toes, these friendships last forever. Hello, Dawson. For a year, 5 years, even 10 years. Until my friends, first one and then another, started saying, I'm moving on. Because they needed money. Because they were getting married. Because their life was a mess. Well, that happens to us all. Nah, come on. You know NEETs are the real winners. I would bluff by signing off with my usual line. On the internet, Jinako was a revered game champ. But on returning to the real world, all that sat there was an indecipherable human being. Lego Halo, is that a thing? Financially, I had nothing to worry about. Living expenses would be no obstacle until my dying day. I could live like this my entire life. My entire life? Like this? Ah, there I go again. I go full snail mode when this happens. My head misty, I end up sleeping with sheets piled all over me to escape it all. I'm a winner. I'm a winner. I'm a winner. I mean, I'm popular on the internet, and I don't need to go outside. And I could get my hands on most anything. Oh, but... unaware. And before I even had realized it, I had answered with my usual phrase, whatever. And then, it was like I had left something important behind. That's right around when I heard rumors of the Holy Grail War. The claims were that the winner would be granted any wish. I was confident when it came to games, and to be honest, I also believed that the Holy Grail War was a live or die thing. On PJ, Asia's game champ, LOL, said, "This, the losers will die stuff, is just clickbait." Despite that post, I took it to be the real deal. I mean, people die so easily. Life isn't anything special. What made the Holy Grail War special wasn't the death aspect. It was the part about granting any wish. That's why I joined. I joined half out of curiosity, and just a little bit out of desperation. You're right. It probably was Shinji. I wished for a redo. To redo my life, up until I was 15 years old. Well, you're right, it is him. Up until I was 15 years old, I thought that way. As if it were natural. And I expected it to happen in the future as if it were natural. To attend high school, normally. To go outside into society, normally. To grow old, normally. Looking back at it now, that wish was nonsense, trivial. Frankly, I was just scared. I would have been happy with any boring old life, really. However, I had given up on my life. I would assume the moon cell can do things to the Earth if it wanted to. But most people are hacking into the moon cell from Earth. I'd given up on my life, and now that I was reflecting on my life, I just wanted to run away. But no one told me anything about this. I had completely forgotten about how much of a coward I am. I really did think that dying here was possible. But I was cocky and thought I would make it to the end. No, this is hell. We're the talented mass. I'm nothing special. I won't be able to survive even a single battle. And I was such a winner on the internet. I'm just going to lose here badly. I probably can't even do 1 damage. That's why I have to run away. If I can just hide in some place where there's nobody, everything should eventually work itself out again. I don't even have a single friend here. I've always been alone. That's the life I ended up choosing for myself. So I have to run away, or else. You and Shinji might get along. I mustn't run away! I mustn't run away! All I have left is this persona. And if that also falls apart, I really will be full of nothing. I get it, I mustn't run away. But where exactly would I even run to? Or where the fuck would I run to? It's a funny, like, outtake from Spike Spencer, was it? Shinji's ADV voice actor? I'll hurry to a dark room. It's like, even if I could run away, where the fuck would I go? I think that's what he said. Like I always do. Once I lock the door and cover myself with a futon, I'll be fine. I'll quick swap into the regular Jinako. So please don't unlock the door. Don't take my best brave face and crack it wide open. Don't look at who I really am and laugh. No one will ever come. No one. No one. There's no hope of anyone ever coming into my room. Here's Johnny! You gonna spit me back out? Cool. Wait, why am I taller than... Nero's just that short, I forgot. Poof? What magic trickery is this? You just appeared like poof. I wonder if that was a part of Jinako's mind just now? My sights fall again on the model house, stored inside the open roof with a small key. You're working in the kitchen? Like at a job or your own kitchen? Okay. I've got a key! Alright, so we're fighting a fanatic again. Let's see here. Got G blank B. Okay, I got two of them that could be. Let's do GGB, BGG. So GGB. B, a G, and hope to God that works. So far, so good. So far, so good. Bye-bye. Woo! No, don't go calling people that word. Nazi. Unless they actually are. Or have the power to do something like that. Alright, we got our dumb hopeless again. We're still not getting any good hints. There's an attack in the 4th slot. Attack in the 1st slot. Of course. Okay, Abba is what I've got. So let's try that. Ba, ba. Hitler's minions, how about that? I don't know if YouTube has a problem with that word. They probably do. Yeah, people throw that word around a lot. Even if someone's just being an anti-Semite, which is bad, for sure, you know, that's not the same thing. These are people who actually committed genocide. Like, you gotta treat that with the severity, the weight that it holds. Anyway, okay, so attack and break. So 3 and 4, attack, break. Okay, let's I worry about this one. About a 50-50 chance with this and the other one. Aww. Aww. I mean, I don't mind if you guys type it, I suppose. Maybe it's not the most fun live stream topic, but, dogs versus cats? I love them both. I'm more of a dog person, but man, I love my kitty. Alright, so 2 is a oh, wait, we're in a fanatic now. Let's take a look at the fanatic list. We got a break in the second slot. None of my patterns have a break in the second slot. Of course. Of course. So when in doubt, just guard, I guess. GGB, GGB is what I'm assuming, so GGB, GGB. Waha! Yay, pattern opened. Yo. It's hopeless. Like, seriously, that's his name. Okay, so AB, and then... Alright, let's try that. So if it's... G, A, B... G, B, G... Does the patch work on the OG PSP version? Yeah, that's what I'm playing it on. I mean, I'm emulating the game. I do own a physical copy of the Japanese version, but I'd much rather play it on PC, if you know what I mean. Better graphics and everything. Fuck, I don't know, man. Just guard the whole damn thing. Damn it. Ah! Ah! Christ. Oh, that was the worst pattern I could have gotten. I like how it says unlocked enemy pattern, but then it only gives you like one more sometimes. The new ecchi magical girl anime. No, I know of it, but no, I haven't been watching it. Now, if these enemies respawn, I could be running around here for ages, looking for friggin' Jinako. All right, so that's a lot of breaks. Let's see here. Break in the 2nd, 4th, and 6th. Was it BBA, BBB? Let's try that. BBA, BBB. And hope to God that works. Yay! No damage. Oh, my cat's back. I'm happy that he just hangs out on top of my computer now instead of trying to, like, rub his face into cables and all that. Do I agree with what? Let's see here. I don't know. I guess it's not something I care to talk about on the live stream at this point. At least not in that frame. We need to be a bit more specific. Or rather, I've already said my piece in the videos that I make. We could have more fun conversations. Alright, so this Fnatic is A in the second slot and Break in the fifth. Alright, let's try that. Let's do Gog. Gubug. And hope that works. Wouldn't recommend playing Capcom games. Yeah, they're adding DRM to a lot of them. Yeah, I heard about that. I usually don't play a lot of Capcom games by default. Just doesn't happen. DRM is software that checks to make sure that you are logged in online at all times in order to play your games. It's an anti-piracy measure, but it oftentimes breaks games and makes it harder for the player to, you know, actually play their games. If they lose internet connection, then the DRM's like, and then you can't play anymore until you fix that issue, even if it's a single-player game. It's pretty bad. A lot of people don't like it. What, you think Capcom's putting, like, malware into their games? Maybe. Yeah, DLC... I like cosmetic DLC, but I can't stand, like, story-based DLC for it, especially a JRPG. Kind of defeats the point. I think renting games works for some people. Although I hate live service games. Okay, so it starts with a break, and there's a break in the fifth. So, let's try that. B-A-B... B-B... a G. Let's hope that works. Nope, not the right one. Break and then attack. Alright, break, attack, break, attack, break, attack. Not in any of my lists, of course. So, guard, attack, guard. Bye-bye. What about the future gospel? Oh, okay, wait. Right, Kara no Kyokai. Hey! Cool, I found where to go, I think. Karna is standing in the same spot, by some detail of the labyrinth. Oh, has changed. A door that wasn't there before has appeared beside Karna. Also, its design is familiar. Is this blatant thing? If this is a trap, then she may just be throwing in the towel. No hints of any changes in Karna, as expected. He's exactly as tranquil now as when we first encountered him on this lair. Praetor, that man is showing no hostility. They got rid of cheat codes? Say what? Should we ask him about the location of what we're looking for? Cheat codes in Grand Theft Auto just make the game more fun. Anyway, we can't just not investigate this door here. But the problem is Karna. Mushoku Tensei Season 2 censorship? There was some back in, like, Episode 1 and whatnot, but, like, that was for the broadcast version and such. Jinako is behind this door. Are you testing me? I can't answer a question like that. Well, I shouldn't be saying that. It may be possible now that Jinako is not the person I thought she was. I don't intend to stop you if you wish to meet her face to face. Go see for yourself. However, there's something I must ask. Do you happen to have the key to this house? So you found it already. Then you should be able to enter without issue. My words don't reach this Jinako. Well, they never reached her much from the outset, I feel, but please don't point that out. Battle. Life cannot first form without confrontation. However, it seems that Jinako's enemy right now is Jinako herself. Nothing is likely to come of that. Wrinkles of lament from his helplessness carve into Karna's brow as he speaks his mind. What is Jinako doing? Well, she's fapping. Hey! So yeah, I've been working on my waifu files for Code Geass. Should be very fun. Not Code Geass. Sorry, I already did that. Gurren Lagann. After coming out of that birth canal-esque corridor, we see Jinako up ahead. Dude, birth canal, it's a hallway. You can't get metaphors like that. That's Jinako, I think. Probably just looking at it. When it comes to being depressed, she just keeps getting upgrades. She's an artisan at it at this point. If she were an extreme contest of who could use a futon best out of dejection, she could definitely aim for the top. Yeah, they're remastering the two Gurren Lagann movies in 4K and giving them an English dub finally. And they're going back out in theaters, coming up pretty soon this month. You can't... Oh, wait, she's actually talking for once. Sort of like a girlfriend. A friend. Yep. I hope it has all the same voice actors, especially the one for Nia, because she usually doesn't do a lot of dub acting. The Starfire actress. She's got a fun quality to her voice. Terminator's cool, though. No, but a friend might give you a hard smack on the rear to get you into shape again. Definitely not Carrie Walgren. No, no, no.
でも決して超キラキラ級サーバントのカルナさんとかは友達に含みません。おかしいって最
He
初。
cares about you, though. You just don't do things the way she does. Oh! Jinako. Jinako gets wound up, stomping a foot against the floor. She's been backed into a corner, physically and mentally. They changed one word in the new Higurashi anime. Instead of Nine, it's Big Brother. Well, that's old. That's old news. Yeah, for sure. I don't know. Did they ever release that particular Higurashi series, those newer ones, on Blu-ray? Curious if the translations stay for that as well. Home video launches has been weird since Funimation bought, or Crunchyroll bought Funimation. She's distracting herself from just about everything, even wanting to drive Karna so far away she can hardly see him to be alone. Because that's the easiest way she can go on living without worry. Aww. I recognize this throbbing in my left arm. However, is making Jinako aware of her SG's true nature really the best thing to do? Won't this inflict Jinako with an irreversible wound? I'm pretty sure she already knows the answer, she's just in denial. And will that then be what saves Jinako? Poor Umu and her headaches. It all depends on how big they want to push it in the West. Saber's right. Right now within me, my heart is neither trying to understand Jinako nor trying to save her. It's just, I can't leave her like this, that's all. I won't say something like, I can't abandon you or don't give up. If I'm not her friend, fine. As her neighbor, I have this to tell her. You're not alone. You're still not alone. You're not alone, Jinako! Deal with it! It's very similar to Futaba, yeah, I suppose. Although I feel like Futaba's makes a bit more structural sense, like why she's depressed. Taking the responsibility of feeling like she killed her own mom. Even though she, of course, didn't. But yeah, NEETs losing their parents and going into reclusion is very, likely. Aww. So when's the Steins Gate waifu video coming out? It got delayed by the Jamie Markey video, but I'm expecting it to come out on Tuesday. I'm hoping to send it out on Tuesday. Did Base Honkai get a dub? I don't know. I confirmed that you extracted her SG. It's named Loneliness, I suppose. Her SG is Loneliness, huh? The shield partitioning the floor breaks, and the corporeal concentration of the temporary Jinako's body dilutes. Who cares? BB can suck it. Jinako faintly murmurs, as if speaking about somebody else. Hearing BB's name startles me to attention, but right now there's nothing indicating that she's going to appear. Not that I could do anything about it, whether I knew beforehand or not.
ひとまずはグッジョブ。また一歩外に近づいたっす。
If it's Honkai Impact the Third, why do they call it that? There's not a 1 or 2, right?
外に出ても友達がいても行き着くところは同じっすよ。次こそそれを
I wouldn't be surprised if she did. I didn't catch it, but I wasn't paying enough attention. Yes, Dawson, I'm aware. Oh, the third impact? What is this, Evangelion now?
続きは休んでからだぞマスター。
Can I search her bed? Eh. The Evangelion movies remade really disappoint me. I love parts about them, and I hate parts about them. I love seeing the characters growing up, kind of, and getting that perspective we didn't get to see before. I don't mind the more optimistic take. I just feel like it was very sloppily handled. I mean, so many things are referencing Evangelion, because Evangelion in itself heavily references a lot of cultural stuff, like major sci-fi philosophy and religion concepts that are pretty well known by now. They want me to go to my room? Yeah, okay. We'll just fast travel to the room. I feel if they started censorship Saber and Mordred. I mean, Mordred would be the first target, right? Like, Artori is not really wearing anything censor needing. She's fully clothed in her default outfit. Speaking of outfits, we're gonna put Saber back into her bridal gown. I've had enough of her nice little dress. Are you gonna be playing Fantasy, Grand Blue Fantasy Relink? Yeah, I'm going to be playing it, not streaming it, but I think it's possibly going to be a contender for one of my favorite RPGs of all time. I have those kind of expectations for this game. You know, if it could match, like, some of the epicness of, like, Skies of Arcadia, be a solid experience like that, but with that action battle system and amazing graphics, and sexy character designs and all that cool stuff. It's wow. Oh, loneliness. Jinako second SG. I wonder if we can make lots of friends. So what if I could make lots of friends? Having too many would be annoying, and having too few would be kinda empty. But alone is always alone. Yeah, poor lonely girl. You're right, Black Lagoon collab with Nikke would make sense. They did one recently with Phantasy Star Online 2, which is just basically allowing us to get Revi's costume, which is pretty cool. Although that game is still, like, completely devoid of new content. all they do is increase the level cap every, like, now and then give you a whole new generation of weapons that are better, so that you can sit there wasting your time making them as strong as possible to fight, like, the 1 or 2 new enemies they add, and then you're stuck waiting for the next time it happens again and again and again and again. It reached a point where I just stopped upgrading my weapons, because I knew there would be a better one coming up soon enough anyway. And sure enough, they just flat out gave us some really good weapons. They're not, like, top tier like the ultimate weapons or anything, but again, if you upgrade those and you get all the money and do all that stuff, yeah. Phantasy Star Online is a Sega MMO. Yes, it is. Yeah, they're in kind of a weird situation. So there was the first one that came out on consoles, like the Dreamcast and the GameCube. Then they eventually ported that to PC, but then they made Phantasy Star Online 2, which was a pretty big deal, but that game's ancient now. It's like almost a decade old or more. And then they tried to make basically what they were calling a Phantasy Star Online 3, but they won't call it that. Instead, it's Phantasy Star Online 2 New Genesis, which is honestly a completely different game, but it's been designed to be completely compatible with the base PSO2. So, loneliness. It's said that loneliness is a crucial element in the breeding grounds of art. Through the Moon Cell, this immense library, I gained the form of a servant and answered your call. Then I came to know the value prosperity attributed to the myriad works I produced. I was able to find out if I had made ripples. Yes, it's hardly satisfying. I pay no mind to the fact that many judge these works as poor or rubbish. However, those who extol my works are too few. Another 1,000, no, 100, no, I won't ask for much. At least 3 more people? No? Hey, why do you laugh? I presume you're a true hobbyist who understands my art, yes? No matter, loneliness is the spark of creative works. It, in and of itself, is not a bad thing. Loneliness in art, loneliness in philosophy, loneliness in discipline, loneliness in invention. None make for bad pairs. Still, loneliness by itself is merely poison. Jinako has nothing but loneliness. She lives as if she were dead. Oof. Nero's body is the true work of art here. Yeah, it wasn't just Revi, it was... Is Roberta the maid chick? I think so. My lady, Leo has summoned you. Gawain went out of his way to come by. It seems that he didn't try to use a signal to call me, but instead waited here in the hallway, like a weirdo. Leo sent for me, so does that mean he has some personal business with me? What's up? A charming explanation. I do believe it's true. Leo seeks to deepen his friendship with you. But unfortunately, he invited you today in the president's capacity. I was told he bids you to come to the student council room. Dude, we get it. We get it. Yeah, we're coming. We're coming. Christ. That's nothing new at all. I can't believe Nasu found a way to, like, write that into, like, 6 pages just to say, next up, go to the council room. Not everything has to be a novel. What do you mean, what is this? What game is this? Miss Tosaka and Rani's investigative work has identified important information related to Jinako. Specifically, details about her in the Holy Grail War. Not of her background on Earth, but in the near side of the Moon Cell. Gato. Leo brings up the matter in a low tone, contrasted to his usual cheerful ring. Gato takes over. Hand on his chin, nodding, yes. He's acting completely normally, and it's a real letdown. There's no way for him to act completely normal. Hear this. Steadily advancing through the Holy Grail War with my god, we came upon one chance where we won effortlessly, a win by default. This opponent that fell like wham right off the shelf was none other than Jinako. She chose defeat without putting up a fight.
呆れた。
It's hard to find Apocrypha Blu-rays? Really? I guess because they're sold out? I mean, I bought them back when they first released and it wasn't hard there. They're just expensive. Yeah, would have been nice if you remembered that from the beginning. It would have saved me the pain of this process of elimination, salvaging highly concealed battle data one by one until the very last set. Don't you hate that when you have to, like, look through something procedurally and it just happens to be the very last thing you look through? Could have been your first. It's basically gotcha of stuff like that. I kind of have an impeccable instinct, though, that when I'm looking for something, at least when I'm editing a video or whatnot, I click on a certain point of, like, an episode of an anime, and it generally tends to be right where I was looking. Like, uncannily so. I'm like, holy shit. I just clicked randomly on this video, and it's exactly where I needed to click. Have you seen Solo Leveling anime? No, I haven't. $300? Yeah. Each set was like $150, if I recall, so that makes sense. Ugh, your fury is warranted, but if you asked a judge if they wanted to know the loser's name, they'd reply that there's no need. There's no need to overwrite shame with shame. In any case, Jinako and I were, by nature, incompatible comrades. Leo and Reen supplied me with further information. In the opening of the Nearside's Holy Grail War, Jinako discovered the locked janitor's closet. This school's janitor's closet may have a different vibe, but it's the very same shelter Jinako took before. Jinako didn't lose in a battle between masters. She hid inside the janitor's closet without ever taking to the battlefield. However, if she were to have taken even one step outside that custodial room, the Moon Cell would deem her as being defeated and delete her. Hence why Jinako was unable to leave, and shut herself in the janitor's closet the entire time. I'm sure it could make for a decent waifu files, but I'd have to watch it first. Still, when the Holy Grail War closes, once the victor is proclaimed, the school building will end up being collected as a garbage object. Naturally, the janitor's closet Jinako is hiding in will also be deleted. In other words, Jinako didn't die fighting in the Holy Grail War, but her fate is to be deleted once the Holy Grail War ends. Panic struck Jinako once the memory of that returned, and she ran away from us. We recovered the cube from Passion Lip and regained our memories. Although it did leave everyone considerably confused, it resulted in Jinako Karigiri driving herself further into a corner. BB seized that opportunity. Yeah, it might wind up being a very short video then, too. Because if there's not enough footage to even cover up me talking about their lore, as if there's even much lore to those characters, I'm wondering. Who knows? Who are we supposed to blame here? Returning to the near side only means death. Having recalled that memory, Jinako probably didn't have the willpower to defy BB. At the time she recovered that memory, Jinako must have certainly known that I, Monjigato, was her original opponent. So where do you get your Blu-ray, Blaze, now that Right Stuff is gone? Well, that's a good question. I haven't had a need to go buying Blu-rays since then. But if I do, and when I do, it would be Crunchyroll, I guess, because that's the store. Assuming they still have that same distribution network, but I don't really have much of an understanding of how they do their business yet. I know that it's a pain in the butt because I usually got emails from Right Stuff telling me about new releases and pre-orders. I can't seem to get just those emails from frickin' Crunchyroll, so it's a pain in the butt. Why does she distance herself from her unsolvable problem, even if it is postponed? Her actions are baffling. Her optimism is as brittle as sculpted candy, and her escapism is as useful as burying her head in the sand. Oh, is that so? I'm sure it appears that way to you, Treasurer Rani, but that's not being very human, is it? They do have figures, yes. Yeah, I mean, it's basically that Crunchyroll bought up Right Stuff. Right Stuff didn't close down, they just got acquired. So, essentially, Right Stuff and Crunchyroll are now synonymous, assuming they continue the same business model. If we declare that being swept along by instinctive urges and idleness is what human nature is, then stray cats are quite human. Would you only be willing to make Waifu Files videos of works you're very familiar with? Or would you watch and consume one from the start to get familiar and talk about in the series? Obviously I'm going to prioritize shows that I'm already watching or have watched. Same with games and stuff like that. But, no, if I got like a good Patreon donation or something, somebody actually subscribed to the top tier and requested that I do a certain anime, as long as it's not like some bullshit like One Piece that's like 100 seasons for me to just like become familiar with. You know, someone did that for Trinity 7, for example, and yeah. Do you got the Mushoku Tensei Blu-rays? No, I don't yet, because I was kind of waiting for the show to be like finished or sold as a collection. Nothing wrong with stray cats. They're the ultimate life forms in a sense. Such gods exist too. Gato and Rani's conflicting exchange continues. Suddenly, Jinako's pained expression was from when her SG Loneliness was released popped into my mind. If only I'd gotten to know her back in the Holy Grail War. There's no point in thinking about what-ifs now, but I wonder if having friends by her side would have changed something. I can't believe they're trying to remake One Piece. It's like, what the fuck? Are you gonna, like, redo, like... I know a lot of the show's probably filler, but that's still a lot to remake. Isn't Bleach, like, at least 200 episodes or more? Sakura is reporting that the 12th floor has been activated. Once you're ready, continue your exploration and SG retrieval. Jinako Karigiri is the Labyrinth Sentinel. Nevertheless, she's one of our allies who also desires to escape. I won't tell you to be peaceful anymore. I don't see it unseemly to injure one another. That said, I believe that you'll be the one to break this absurd spiral of us having to hurt our allies to continue forward. Oakley dokley! Yeah, One Piece is crazy. Hey, there's something that's been bothering me. You have a second? It's about Kiara Sesshoin. Out of curiosity, I had Rani look into her. Presently, she is also a master who sustains a servant. That, and... we have nothing to be concerned about. It's true that the Western financial conglomerates went after her. The conglomerates went after her? So Kiara is an enemy of those conglomerates? Is she a freelance hacker like Reen is? No, she doesn't oppose anyone, though the only data we have comes from what we dug up here. Could you please, Rani? Yes, starting from the conclusion, she's a cyber criminal wanted by Interpol. At one point, she was the leader of a religious cyber cult. It no longer exists, though. And, well, all the women and men in it idolized her, so much so that they committed suicide. People who were smitten with her, people with a thing for being abused by her, people hooked on conversing with her, people who detested her to death, people who were crazy over her body, a lot of different folks. The end results were all the same. Game-ending themselves. Even outside the internet, most of the people who associated with her committed seppuku. I mean, of course that's not the same thing, but it's close enough, and I don't think YouTube cares about that word. Included among them were even cyber investigators and spies from the conglomerates that had chased her around. What's astonishing is that apparently one spy died in order to save her from adherents who were out to kill her. And we know that Emiya Alter had some sort of altercation with her as well. Are you sad if they started to censor Fate stuff? Yes, yes it would. The filler is important? Then what about the manga? I'm sure the manga works just fine on its own. According to these documents, that person was apparently her lover. According to Julius, that person was a misanthrope and didn't seem particularly interested in women. Personally, I can't comprehend Kiara Sesshoin's cognitive structure. She's too much of an enigma. She saved many people, but each one of them trampled on her own goodwill. She was betrayed by others over and over again, and yet she didn't abandon her goal of bringing salvation. Or rather, it makes me think that she's fine with being betrayed. You could say she was an indomitable spirit, but in her case, it goes much too far. I may not be the one to say this, but it's as if she's a machine devoid of emotions. I think so too. It's like she's obsessed with being a hero of justice or something. She's even being called the last saint. One thing's for sure, she's the biggest victim, but it's also true that she's the cause of the mass suicide and conflict. Thus, with backing from the conglomerates, she was added to the world's most wanted list, though some came to her for legal defense. And the conglomerates had backing from the Holy Church. That lot hasn't been able to put out a saint in years. A woman emerges, is treated as a saint in the East, and disregards their group. Guess they couldn't let that one slip by. You're being biased, Miss Tosaka. Kiara Sesshoin was considered clearly a modern-day saint, even by the Church. The problem is that the person who started insisting on that was a church cardinal, and a candidate for the next papacy. The Holy Church didn't try to apprehend Kiara because she was some thorn in their side. They recognized her as the highest class of threat to the preservation of their faith. They're being way more vicious than they need to be. What about Kiara's virtue? I think it should be called magical powers at this point. She was even able to free an elderly man on the brink of death and obsessed with prolonging his life from that suffering. What I found astonishing was, after that elderly man experienced her teachings, he became an impeccable person. It was only for a brief time, just 2 months that he was in contact with Kiara Sesshoin. But his nature truly became that of a saint. That resulted in the church going after her. She was betrayed by her faith and many people, and was denounced as a murderer. Okay, we're taking the wrong route by bringing the Earth's affairs into the moon cell. She's still a cybercriminal, Miss Tosaka. Well, yeah, but while I particularly agree, I think Kiara is different. That girl there's an airhead. She has no clue how much she drives everyone around her insane. The nickname she got stuck with, the devilish bodhisattva, really sums her up. Why is that, dai-chan? We know she's being misrepresented, but we deem that it's best to err on the side of caution. Please refrain from making unnecessary contact with her from now on. Okay. Cancel culture comes for Kiara. Push back the censorship. Yeah, that's what I try to do. Hi, baby, what's up? You're cold? Feel free to take that black robe. The only reason I'm not wearing it is because the cat had found it.
Oh, no problem. I just wanted to find the cat because he's the warmest thing in the house.
I know, and he's the one sitting on my pewter. Look a good little boy. I know they told me not to talk to her, but she's got a speech bubble above her head. Of course we're going to go talk to her. I found Kiara and Anderson in the hallway. I recall what Reen told me about Kiara's background. I was a little hesitant, but I tried asking her about whether it was true or not. If all the adherents connected to Kiara all killed themselves, I don't think that this willowy woman would be in the middle of such a maelstrom of death. Yes, everything those girls spoke of is true. What I thought or what my goals were was irrelevant to those people. The only thing left in my hands was the outcome. The lives of many people were consumed by my own avarice. However, pardon me, now suddenly I'm wondering if I committed a crime. Kiara looks puzzled, as if miserable from the bottom of her heart. Her expression makes me think of a terrifically beautiful and fleeting heaven lotus. They loved me by their own will, became despaired by their actions, and at the end of their love, ended their lives. There was no bloodlust in them to be found. They simply drowned in me. They were committed to their desires, and wasted their lives out of that lust. I love all people equally, and I want to be loved. That's what I crave. I can't help it. I'm selfish. That's why I can never belong to one person. They went insane, as if despairing from that truth, as if craving and lusting insatiably for me. As a result, they ended their lives. How can anyone rebuke such a devoted love? I wanted to save them. They wanted me to save them. In the end, they died, and that's all there is to it. Saying that, she smiles. LG's newest TV is the first transparent TV. You mean like borderless? No, they've done borderless TVs for a little while now, haven't they? What makes it invisible? Like when you turn it off, you don't see it? That sounds horrible. Saying that, she smiles, sorrowfully, with such beauty that any who saw it would be touched. Goosebumps jolt across my body. This here is a good woman, completely benevolent. And that's why I find it difficult to consider her human in terms of her mentality. As a religious leader, Kiara treated many people impartially and lavished them with love. That resulted in those adherents becoming swollen with desire. I beg you, I want you to love only me. More. I want endless love from you. But that wasn't allowed. As a consequence of treating everyone equally, Kiara Sesshoin possessed no love towards individuals. And then their practically immolating desire was how they literally were destroyed. Because they went and recognized Kiara as a saint, they became aware of their essentially salvationless reality and despaired. What terrible irony. They probably could have returned to their lives if they distanced themselves from Kiara, but perhaps, because they had known this almost bodhisattva love, they couldn't leave the palm of her hand. I apologize. I understand your argument. What do I think of Spiral Chaos? What are we talking about? I don't know what that is. Right now you're reading Witch on the Holy Night? You haven't finished it? Any new figures you're interested in? Yes and no. My brother in Japan showed me a picture of Beatrix, I think her name is, from Grand Blue Fantasy. And basically, it seems like Beatrix, I don't know if she's like a sister or whatnot, but she has like the same outfit as Zeta, my favorite character. And so I'm like, well, I wouldn't mind a figure of Beatrix because that's hot as hell, but I'd prefer one of Zeta. So if I could find her, that would be cool, but if I don't, it's no big deal. Oh, the Queen's Blade game, right. Oh, the Tactics one, right? I would rather watch the show at that point because, well, I don't know. It's a weird crossover. It seems like various artists are contributing to the different characters. I like the artists that worked on the one with the blonde chick. Like, I guess she's like one of the main characters. I know Satoshi Urushihara worked a bit on Queen's Blade at a time. I don't think he's the main artist, but he definitely does some of it. Who's Beta? Oh, Eminence and Shadow. Oh, right, I watched that new show. What was it called? Metallic Rouge? That new one that started to air? That seems fun. I'm a little disappointed, though. It's like, it's kind of like Excel World, in that when they go to fight, they, like, transform into, like, tokusatsu mecha-style, like, robots. Or, like, robotic suits, kind of. And that's not as much fun to me as just, like, watching a waifu run around and kick ass. Though the concept of the story seems pretty cool for now. I like it. maybe like a less awesome version of like Licorice Recoil so far. So I'm excited about that. I'm also watching Delicious in Dungeon, which I wasn't expecting to, but man, the art is just so good, and it's a fun little show. I was watching Excel World as it was coming out, but then they kind of just dropped off the ball by the end. I don't know. It got weird by the end of the season. Any Melusine figures? Nope, not for me. I apologize. I understand your argument, but I don't intend on stopping. And even a person like me has convictions that can't be conceded. My life cannot end just yet. For now, please don't be concerned with my affairs. Please focus on defeating BB and returning to the Holy Grail War. After that, if a time comes when we face each other as masters in the Holy Grail War, then please charge me with my sin. Dorohedoro is getting a sequel. That one's weird because it's like hybrid CG and not. If Kiara says Shoin's life deserved to have been lived, or if not. Yes, if it's you, I hope you'll tell me. I hope you'll tell me the answer as to whether my Eitan school's doctrines were correct or incorrect. Without replying to Kiara's smile, I leave her presence. I've dealt with many masters up to this point. Yeah, whenever I see people complaining about that artwork for Delicious in Dungeon, I'm just like, wait a second. I've had too much internet for today. I need to focus on something eye bleachy and get my, my priorities straight. She's short hair blonde who has kind of like a little braided side bang thing, kind of like my Daikun model here. I think she has that. She's very cleavagey. I think she might use a shield. I've dealt with many masters up to this point. And she's a master too, throwing herself into battle for the sake of a wish she can't give up. This is heaven's battlefield, a garden of selfishness where wishes are put on the line. I'm certain that Kiara isn't special. Here, everyone fights for themselves. Studio Trigger made the animation for Dungeon Mushi? Yes, which is cool, but at the same time it feels like they're being surprisingly moderate in their animation, if that makes any sense. Like, Trigger's usually batshit insane with its animation. This seems a bit more toned down, which I don't mind. It's actually cleaner. You hear about the new anime Chain Soldier? No, doesn't sound familiar at all. Anything of value here, besides glasses, which I don't need? Nope, not yet. To the 12th dungeon floor. After I save, right? I can do that from here, yes. How far in the game do I have to go before I can put Umo in a bikini? I want her in that sling. Yeah, the thing about Bikini Warriors is that it's so exceptionally lewd that I have a feeling it would get, whoa, timer, demonetized right off the bat. Huh? What is this? A skull and crossbones abruptly appears above my head. This is ominous. It doesn't get more ominous than this. And yet you're gonna talk to me a whole novel first. So that there is a countdown to your end, dai-chan, your death sentence. Jinako, her voice echoed throughout the labyrinth. It should just be a regular transmission, but it sounds ominous, like she's satisfied with herself. You hear me? Once that number hits 0, you're a goner. No resets allowed. I'm actually really surprised because I did a my Evangelion waifu files that's going to come out got automatically flagged by the system for inappropriate or whatever. But then I had a human review it, and they accepted it. I was like, whoa, really? That's rare. YouTube is sure different these days, I suppose. Got it? I warned you. Anything happens, and it's your own dang fault. The sentinel of the labyrinth's voice wanes and grows distant. An indescribable gravity lingers in its trail. The number displayed here is certainly ticking down with each passing moment. Is this a time attack floor? No, even if there is a time limit. Why are there so many digits? If it's by the second, then we have plenty of time. If I go about this poorly, I'll have months. Wait, won't this take years? Wow, you're quite skilled to be able to read numbers over your own head. I want to try reading on your head too, a little bit. A writing on your head? Ah yes, all jests aside. Is that what she said? Is there a log? Oh, she wants to ride on my head. You could do that, yeah. Melusine is good, yeah. So, digits of death. That's rather morbid. I hate both pain and death. Fortunately, these digits are as languid as a sleeping hippopotamus. That said, I'm still reluctant to press on. Saber isn't acting flustered, which distracts me from my apprehension. But to be honest, it wasn't really that big of a shock to me. Right now, Jinako's state of mind is what has me cornered. Sorry, concerned. Crap. Like back with Reen and Rani, her mind isn't working to remove foreign invaders. It's working to reject them. Jinako said we'll end up in the same place. I don't know what she's trying to tell me with that, but I can't leave this lying, lonely girl alone. Let's look for Jinako. Let's go open the door to the outside. Let's go find her hope. What? It just disappeared. Is it gonna be here or not? To be fair, Queen's Blade. Yeah, Queen's Blade would be crazy. Obviously I couldn't use those particular clips without little censors. But yeah, right now I want to prioritize making waifu files for shows that I am familiar with. Let's try this one. Whee! Oh, I'm all the way over here. That's a Jinako original. The loop-de-loop warp. Go ahead and waste your counts on elements of the labyrinth that no one asked for. Whatever, man. Hey, Chomp Chomp. Let's see what you got, buddy. What are you called? You are a masticator. Yes, you chew. Not a big surprise. So I got a break and attack at the last one. There's two I could do. BBA, BBA. Let's try that. BBA, BBA, and hope to God that works. Got it! Bye-bye! Favorite Queen's Blade character is Claudette Vance. Okay. God, everything is translucent. It's kind of confusing. So that was... I picked the wrong path, and I was glad for it. What color? Is this going to take me back to that other one? Nope. Okay, so we'll come back to this one later. Oh, so you're rereading it. But what about this one? What's behind this guy again? Oh, treasure boxes. Well, then I have to do it. I need my treasure!
どう見ても早くよな。
Okay, a stronghold. That's so. Okay, dokily. Blank attack guard. Alright. And then it ends with a break. So it could be AA, GG, BB. I'm gonna try that. AA, GG, a BB. And hope to God that works. Hooray! I got it! Waha! That was awesome. She just has fun murdering. Whoa, hello, what's up?
My market.
What?
My market.
Oh,
早速使うとし宝はあるだけ欲しく
gosh, I don't know.
根こそぎ持っていくぞ奏者よ
Part of me was thinking of doing Qdoba again, but oh, is she gonna come? Oh, cool. All right. Well, they don't have the thing I normally get. I don't think.
The brain meat.
Yeah, they stopped doing that. I think.
Did I get you had it?
Last time I just got a salad. Then. I don't know. Could you bring me a menu? There are some new Tsukihime figures coming out, yeah. They're not expensive either, which is good. Alright, Masticator.
奏者よ指示を良い声で泣かせて
Alrighty, I got attack. That doesn't really help. I'm just gonna guard the whole damn thing. Ah, damn it, you bitch. Sure, give me just a moment, you guys. I need to look at something. Oh, those stupid bastards. Ari-chan. Am I using a controller? Yes, I'm using a PS4 controller. It's very nice. Where the... Oh, wait. Okay, so I must be going this way. Here we go. This guy's guarding a chest! Get him! Okay, it looks like he's just gonna attack. That's my guess. Alright, so let's do bit. And then just in case I'm wrong, heal her up. And then do more of the same. Hope to God it works! Hooray! Looks like I got the right pattern. Yeah, I still think the PlayStation 4 controller was the best controller ever made. The PS5 one is the downgrade. PS4 just fits so gently within my hands. Alrighty, we got some more hopeless. They're still giving me jack shit. I'm gonna assume it's attack, break. So attack, break. Oh, I got it wrong. Son of a bitch! Well, that sucked. Let's see here. Hopeless. Okay, so we've got a little bit more information. Could be attack, break, attack. Nope, that's not right. So we got A, B, A. Can't be that. All right. Ba. That works. All right. Ba. See if it's correct. Woohoo! The Duke Xbox controller? You mean like the old one? Fine, be that way. Just charge me right after the fight, you prick. Alright, so 3 is break. And 5 is break. Okay, it could be A, B, 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 A. Alright. So, A, B, 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 B. Angelus, I don't know when you left. It makes it really hard to catch you up every time you ask. If you want to remind me of the last spot you were at, I can try and fill you in. Well, that just looks like what I just did. Attack. Bam, bam, bam. Because if I was still just running around the dungeon fighting, then nothing new has happened. Is this what I was asking for? Is this what I was asking for? Wait, befitting of me? Oh, it's probably a fucking school swimsuit then. No, the Setafuku is way hotter than that. Wow, why can't it be for Nero? No. Alright, whatever. She said it's for me, though. I don't want a swimsuit for me. I want one for her. She's the... That's suspicious. Alright, so that's my escape route. I don't really need to do anything with that yet, though. Hey, Jinako. Last console you owned was the N64? Man, that thing hurt my thumbs so bad on that joystick. And whenever they made you, like, rotate it around in circles, that also hurt because I'd use my other hand and kind of, like... I guess, yeah, you use your palm, but that kind of digs into your palm, and it's like, ow! After regressing from the Labyrinth cemetery, we saw a room. In that room is Jinako, all alone. Saber surveys the space, but Launcher is nowhere to be found. We unexpectedly arrived at our destination, yet again very quickly, or not. The path continues further past here. And you've reached the goal. Good job. I'll tell you something as a reward. The SG for this labyrinth is Curse of Death. Without hesitation, she says something outrageous. I barely had any time to be startled before she continued. And I'll let you in on something else, too. If you want that SG, someone's gotta die. Someone has to die? Jinako herself was feigning indifference. Still, after firing her verbal bullets through my heart, she loosened a bundle of grenades on me with that, too. This is inexcusable! I demand you correct that arrogance of yours. A menacing saber draws closer to the totally defenseless Jinako. This is bad. I get why she's angry, but this is one shortcut to the end I don't even want to take. If we defeat Jinako without obtaining her SG, the entire student council will be trapped in the far side of the moon cell, and escape will be impossible.
Stop.
This is certainly a condition we can't simply ignore. You said someone must die, but then what happens to Dai's countdown? Do you impose the burden of this curse of death upon all challengers of the labyrinth? Well, duh. Powered CL figure, that's cool. But if you were to get that SG, you would presumably finish clearing the labyrinth, so the countdown should stop, right? Heck if I know. Anywho, it's simple, yo. No need to sweat the small stuff on this floor. It's the only neat tip tree I got for you. What? That's not very funny. Like hell we're going to accept a requirement like that. That's right, we can't possibly ignore this. This is a plot by BB taking advantage of the characteristic of Jinako's SG. Christ. Oh, he said Prometheus, didn't he? It just hit me! One can lose a battle yet win the war, and I've got the most genius idea! A roar erupted as if to shatter the deathly silence. It isn't a labyrinth signal. It was a live voice reaching my ears, but from where? Oh man. It's too noisy. We're going to suspend. Actually, relay our signal. It appears that Monji Gato is visually observing you from the vicinity of the labyrinth's entrance. Huh? How is he doing that? That's incredible. Incredible, but scary. Aye, good work, Treasurer Arani. I thank you for that urn on your forehead. I thank you. That urn on your forehead isn't just for show. Off to report to Otaku now. Unlikely to dial down his volume, Gato's transmission reaches me. All of the trouble he's been in after warning him. He's going to try and tackle the labyrinth alone again? And without a servant. Sorry to bother you when you're busy, Otaku, but do you hear me? Too loud? Oh, sorry. Actually, I have a super secret strategy this time. I want to be, modestly instruct you on it so very badly. Basically, you know... I don't really mind this countdown stuff, but those enemies wandering over here truly are a tad scary. Therefore, it's time for you to answer my summons, like the ever-descending gods and Buddha do for me. I would like for you to return to the labyrinth's entrance, post-haste. Come back, Dai! I've never heard such a blatantly caustic, confidential conversation. I involuntarily meet eyes with Jinako. Jinako is scowling, fed up with it, but soon simply shrugged with disinterest. A sore task. However, I see that grown man supplicates us without shame. Let us turn back, Praetor. Everyone in the student council room is likewise speechless, probably unsure of what to make of this. That said, it's not like I myself have a solution, unfortunately. Let's start by heading back to the Labyrinth's entrance and meeting up with Gato. Yeah.
本気で言ってるのかしら?
A genius plan? What is it really, Gato? If it's a stupid plan you took 3 seconds to make up, we'll turn you into shrimp chili. Whoa, that's our famously stubborn hot dogger and microwave everything granny for you. Yes, your concerns are understandable. But believe in me now, and entrust this to me with the same sentiment as the one who rides the Titanic. It's 3 minutes until the iceberg. Lord Almighty, spare me, man. What a madman. I think this is the way I'm supposed to go. I think this is the way to go. No, I think I'm going the wrong way. Aha! See, I knew it. Gato, get your ass out here. Where are you? I'm here. Now Gato shows up. Looks like he evacuated temporarily. Was he always this wise? No, have this much sense? Good to see you again. I just dropped in myself. Oh, I'm serious. I wasn't waiting, not at all. But hey, Otaku, I know I'm the one that called you here, but don't you feel tired? In the manner of Jizo, I shall wait here. Stopping by the old school to prepare isn't a bad choice. Once I've made my move, my cataclysmic grand strategy will go off instantly. Explosion! No doubts, I'm going in, that kind of thing. If you need to mentally prepare before that, do some shopping or consult President Leo, then you should go get it out of the way. Although he's oblivious, Gato is always capable of thinking about others. I think taking his advice and going back to the old school would be fine. Do I have to, though? I don't really need to. Yeah, unless there's like some hidden side quest. I'm ready. Good. Then let our charge commence. I hereby place my humble life in your hands. What? Gato immediately heads off into the explosion. Whoops, I read explosion down in the chat and then read that instead of Labyrinth. That's funny, my brain does weird things. Gato immediately heads off into the Labyrinth. Like what a mother cat does, his stride might just pick us up and pull us along by the neck. Hold on, before we go, tell us of the repercussions and promise of your proposal. In words we can understand. That's right. Just what is this idea you've invited me to hear? Yes, about that, forgive me. I have no such thing. That was my means, as in, to justify my ends. What? Huh? So, a lie? What the hell is this old man spouting? Does this look like the time to be telling jokes? Is he just full of hot air? His statement went so far that even Shinji, who isn't even in the student council room, chimed in. Looks like he was peeking in on us from somewhere. Well, I'll dutifully accept your ire. However, I, Monji Gato, must use any means necessary to meet Jinako. To do that, I mustn't be occupied with such trivial labyrinth traps and enemies. Dai Otaku, Lady Saber, I apologize, but I request that you indulge my selfishness. Come to the pessimist sentinel. We haven't the leisure to stroll, for the counter above our heads continues to fall. And whose fault is that? Is a question I had no time for as Gato pushes forward. No ifs, ands, or buts. Not much we can do about it. We'll just have to go back to the room Jinako is in. Yeah, bro. To the dungeon! Yeah, 500 is way... That's a lot for a figure, man. I can't justify that ever. I can't do it. I can't do it. I think it was the blue one. And then the pink one. And if those colors are wrong, you can see how colorblind I truly am. We're here. Old man. We drag ourselves back to where Jinako is. She even stuck around for us. Jinako looks up at Gato with a blank stare. Gato does his thing and plunks himself down on the ground, cross-legged in front of her. At last I was able to meet you in person. Your expression really and truly does look awful. So naggy, man. You planning to lecture me? Or do you just want to prove your worth by showing how helpful you are? Looking for a place to settle in the student council, old man? The earth had no such place where I belonged. Not anywhere. I certainly did run around the world, but the answer I sought was nowhere to be found. Diving into this moon was my last hope. And when I finally met with the truth, she said, "Yeah, there's no answer," and left. No, she's planning to come back right away. My wife... My goddess is a merciful one. Simping for Arcoade, I don't blame him. After our single defeat, she unmistakably forgave me by speaking the words, "Gato, get to work." I think she said that. Well, enough about me. For the time being, let us talk about us humans. I wanted to hear your voice. Gross. You sideburns creep. Jinako isn't a Christian or a Buddhist. And I'm even less interested in offering your sketchy god anything. Not even a single tin of cat food, Dumbo. Precisely now that your creed is desperate, consider praying to my resplendent god. When one door is shut, another window opens. If you sincerely object to even that, then try complaining about something. I never fail to clean my ears every morning. I've been telling you, man. There's no such thing as gods. If any sort of god exists, then it's death, and that's it. The only thing I can believe in is heavy. And it's cold enough to make your fingers stick. The touch of death. Praetor. Saber whispers low and glances sideways at me, telling me to check the 5 meditations in my left arm. But I reply, shaking my head. I have yet to sense any indications of her SG. Yeah, I saw your thing, Dawson. Yeah, there was never any sort of god. That's because God abandoned me. After all, it doesn't matter, no matter where you go in this world. It all belongs to the chosen geniuses. Like you, Dai-chan. Don't tell me otherwise. Old man, you're a dummy, but you're a genius when it comes to affirming this world, right? But no genius can break this wall. Death is absolute. It treats everyone the same. There are no genius or mediocre beings in death's eyes. There isn't anyone who doesn't fear death, which means there's nothing to blame me for. As a human being, not moving a single step is to be expected. I have to admit, it is true. Jinako Karigiri, try talking me about the cause of your rage. I'll absolve you of your sins all in one go. I don't get what you mean. A worthless monk saving a totally worthless person? Doesn't make one pixel of sense. Isn't this enough? I don't want to speak another word. You gave me plenty enough company, right? It's pointless to chase after me. Only death lies ahead. No, killing. Just simple death. Dai-chan, Gato, you won't be spared. Not the student council bunch, or the AIs, or the NPCs. No one gets spared anyway. No one. Our destiny here is to turn into Spiritron foam and disappear. Jinako! Ah! Poofing away again! Hold it, Jinako! Ah! Yeah, that sounds like him. Wait, Monji Gato, don't go alone. You will perish. Once again, Jinako slipped away further into the labyrinth. And we're losing sight of Gato now that he's chasing after her. Our problem's doubled out of nowhere. There still hasn't been any SG reaction. I wonder if we should really keep going deeper in. Praetor, Concern for others is good and fine, but don't forget about the curse suspended over your own head. I guess I can sympathize, though. We mustn't leave those two to their own devices, even if together. I mean, the only way to save ourselves is to go and mess with her, so... We must proceed! Doko da! Doko da! Hey, free chest! Ether Questo.
早速使うとしよう。
Whee!
何少し通信の音量を下げてください。
はい。ガトー文字は何がしたいのでしょう。
Alright, we got another masticator! Let's see here. Attack, attack, attack. We got a bunch of attacks. I honestly think it's just gotta be nothing but guard. Hopefully I don't die from that.
始めるぞ。
Ooh. I didn't know you had skills lined up, you little prick. Oh, no. Oh, that was weird. Yeah, that was definitely not on any of my patterns. Alright. So, and A-G, A-B. A-G-B. You're not giving me enough goddamn clues.
容器に計らえ。
Oh, god damn it. These guys are a pain in the butt. At least I get an extra turn. Okie dokie.
その調子だ。
I guess I gotta heal again because this thing keeps biting my face. So let's try this. A, B, B, A, A? Maybe? Maybe, maybe?
容器に計らえ。
Bam, bam, bam! Live!
ま、悪くはなかったな。
Cool, cool.
剣の研ぎには役に立ったか。
Yeah, saying they're gonna make an anime for Genshin Impact is quite the statement, really. How big of a show is it gonna be? It's kind of become a big game, hasn't it? Okay. Alright, well this sucks. All I got is a break and an attack in the middle. Which again, none of my freaking things have. Let's try doing this. I had a feeling that would go better. Nice. Nice. That wasn't too bad.
次は励むがよい。少しはマシになったな、マスター。
I wonder if this other direction is a dead end. I want to find the dead ends first. Usually this guy's the dead end. He just sits there guarding items.
どう見ても早くよな。
The stronghold. Bum. Alright, break, blank, blank, guard break. BBGGBB. BBGGAB. I think that is correct. This guy's patterns are a little easier, thank God. Oh, I thought I had you. You bastard!
よいマスタ
Your cheapest figure? Man, I don't know, like 20 bucks? Probably, something like that. Remedy.
早速使うとしよう。無駄遣いもまたよし。
I don't know, after so many years, they just might not ever do it. I know people want those things.
どう見ても早くよ。
Alright, you stupid. I just unlocked a pattern for the masticator, and this is what I get? Come on, game. What are you doing to me? Let's try this. A, B, A, a G. I hope that works. Wahaha! Nice, it did work. Eat shit and die. Another evil stapler, yes. That or it's a stapler remover, you know what I mean? Looks like the kind of thing that you'd rip the staples out with. Wait, now where the fuck do I go? Is there another hidden path? Aha, okay. This dungeon is so weird. Hello.
退屈な演目になりそうだが。
Hello, Stronghold. Break, break, and then a fifth break. I'm gonna try what I think it is. Break, break, guard, guard, break, break. Let's hope that works. Oh, nope. Got those two middle ones wrong. Shame. For shame.
悪くない。むしろ良い。
Two guards, guard. There is one that's just all guards. Maybe I should try that.
任せよ。良きに計らえ。
I think I got it right. You still alive? A Lost Belt 6 anime would be pretty crazy. What? You troll. You fucking troll. But it's right there! I can see it! Alright. Alright. Oh, they all do this thing. Yay! I've already told you this like a million times, Dawson. Probably my most prized figure is the last episode Artoria. But yes, that's the one.
どう見ても早くよな。良い声で。
Alright, Masticator. Starts with a guard. I don't have anything that starts with a guard. Wow, what a wonderful way to start. I hate that. I Wow, that looks cool. Oh! As long as I win, I couldn't care less.
悪くはなかったな。次には役に立ったか。
Where's this one taking me? Okay, that's probably the right way. I don't want to go the right way. I want to go the wrong way first. It's like RPG rules. Hey, buddy. It's gonna be freaking cold where I'm at, too. Stronghold, attack, break, huh? Uh-oh. Oh, wait, no, you're a hopeless. Sorry. Looks like attack, break, 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 attack. Oh, wait, no, sorry. Doing that wrong. Let's hope it works. Wham! Oh, no, it's not. It's not the right one, you bastard! How much healing do I still have left? Oh, I got plenty. I'm not worried. Attack, blank attack. Alright, let's assume it's blah, blah, blah. And blah, blah, blah. Yay! Persona 5 Royal is the most content-heavy JRPG released in the last 10 years. It's got a frick ton of content. I don't know about the most, but it's certainly a lot. For sure. Any new Nikkei I'm interested in? Not yet. The newest one, the little wolf girl or whatever, is cute, but I don't need her. That's suspicious. Huh. I'm assuming it's just breaks all the way. He usually does things in pairs. Let's hope I'm right. What Nikkei am I missing? A couple. I've got all the ones I want though, so I'm not really in a bad spot. It's just a matter of making them all stronger. It'll be nice when I can get Red Hood to be as strong as my other ones. The way that game's meta works makes it a real pain in the butt to build your servants up. Not your servants, but your Nikkeis up to a level where they're good enough. Shockwave Second Strike. Alright, yeah, we gotta look at what that is. Shockwave Second Strike says increase Master's MP by 60. That's not bad. Stun 2 times and defeat weaker enemies? Oh. I don't know, man. I don't know. Did I watch Arknights? I tried to watch Arknights, and I found it extremely boring. I don't think its story was... It's one of those things that's probably more fun to watch if you're already familiar with the Arknights story. Because it didn't do much to help me learn it. And it seems like a lot of the fun stuff that I enjoy are just like Arknight swimsuits and things, rather than the actual characters in the game. A little too, like, military heavy for me to really give a crap. Oh, well. I do have the cat Nikkei. Well, that one's Nero also. Or probably Nero. If it's like Neko, Nero. I don't know. Hey, this is like when you lose a fight in the game. We finally arrive at the innermost section of the 12th floor. Jinako is standing statue still in the back of this room. Still, no signs of Karna. Do you think Code of Princess would make a decent waifu files? Kind of? There's not a lot of content for it, though. I like that game. I wish it got a much better remaster on the Switch, because the one that we got was, like, grody as hell. And it was localized, like, in an absolute nightmare. Literally nothing they say in Japanese matches the English script. Still no signs of Karna. Jinako has stayed all alone since the 11th floor. If her wish is for death itself, then then what could Karna possibly do about it? And I can do even less.
そこから先に足を踏み入れると死ぬっす。
Yeah, I know that. Jinako's dispassionate voice echoes throughout the labyrinth. It sounded to me like that prank she made once before. Jinako's tone doesn't sound serious either. Just thinking about that budging a single inch makes all the tendons and muscles in my body squeak with a voiceless wail. This is giving me goosebumps, the sensation. It's what awaits those who are defeated in the Holy Grail War.
それが最後の SG。欲しいならあげるっす。でも
You'll just die a little. Right. Right.
そうしよ。
Praetor.
ネッ
Oh, wait, she's already talking.
考えるでないぞ。
I forgot. Finally, they're voicing it.
聖者のたわごとだ。決して希望を捨てず、諦めぬ闘志こそが活路を開く。というのは無論建前だが、このような死に方、全く美しくないではないか。
I love how fussy she gets. There's nothing to suspect. This is a trap! I don't think it's likely that Jinako built a wall like this on her own. BB probably gave her a hand. I'm sure that BB is looking down on us and chuckling over how frightened we are to be at death's door. But if that's the case, then Yeah, I knew this was coming for a while now. I mean, I did the lore of CCC a while ago, but now I'm like, oh yeah, this part.
しかし、貴様、いつもの能天気ぶりはどうした？落としてきたか？
この辺りが頃合いよ。ジナコカリギリの続年と呵責。俺がいただく。
Gato, what's going on? This doesn't feel right somehow. I don't see an iota of his usual irksomeness, and his expression is neither anger nor fear. I see enlightenment, and is that pity? In any case, Gato is going for the wall of death. I say... This isn't the time to be showing off, partner. You can't do this, Gato. There's no sense in it.
どうもこうもない。これが小生の役割なのだ。ポジションメイキングである。
Alright, whatever, dude. Oh no, don't. Whatever will I do? As if slipping through the entrance curtains of a casual izakaya bar, Gato smoothly steps into that domain. Jinako's body snaps stiff with horror. I sense the machinations of the labyrinth ruthlessly unfold. I was unable to even react fast enough against Gato's overly composed determination. No, I had a sliver of a margin to stop him, but a suppressive determination swelled behind Gato.
おっさん、もう止めらんないから、それ。あんたは分解される。ムーンセルから跡形もなくなる。死ぬんだ。おっさん無駄に体がでかいから、人より処理に時間がかかるかもだけどね。
Big as a whale.
おっさんではない。坊さんであると言ったはずだ。ああ、それと一つ言い忘れておった。策がないと言ったな。すまぬが、あれこそが嘘だ。死なねばならないと聞いて、小生の出番とピンときてな。実は小生、すでに死んでおったのだ。
Oh?
いや、うすうす感づいていたが、記憶を取り戻してはっきりしたわい。なので、ここで死しても同じこと。死者が死ぬことで SG が手に入るとは、これほどうまい妙案はありえまい。
Gato roars, laughing. But this isn't something one can just laugh off. Gato is already dead? He was probably defeated in Nearside's Holy Grail War. To tell the truth, I had a feeling that's how it was. I mean, Gato said it himself. My servant went away. His servant wasn't preyed on by BB's black noise. Before Gato was attacked by BB, he had already lost his servant. So basically, after he was defeated in the Holy Grail War, he was plunged into the far side. And so that's why, within the near side, Monji Gato is a master who's already dead. He's a ghost who can't exist anywhere else besides the far side of the moon. He's nothing more than a dead man's dream, having been processed by the moon cell as being defeated in the near side.
ガトー団長。
やっぱりそうだったのね。
そう悲しむな。良きライバルたちよ。愚装は力及ばず。
Who's your second favorite Nikkei? I'm really far in the story. I think I'm like in chapter 25, I think, somewhere. We actually met Red Hood in the main story, not just in the flashback. Which is a little bit of a spoiler, but that's all you get to know. It's not like you have any context behind it or anything. Ezra, I do plan on doing just that. For example, there's a ton of like amazing waifu that just appear in like one-off OVA series and stuff like that I've been wanting to cover for a great long time now. So yeah, I definitely plan on doing just that.
だがその刹那、死は確定したものの、消滅する直前に BB が現れ、小生をこの裏側に引き込んだのだ。
My second favorite Nikkei? That's a toughie. I really like Sugar. Sugar's good. Red Hood herself is pretty darn nice. Julia's also very nice.
むしろこう思ってほしい。死んだガトーがまた笑った。死んでからも役に立った二度おいしいウルトラグドウソウがいたのだと。
I like Marciana, I like Nero, I like a lot of them. I think they all just kind of like tie for second place.
おっさんはおかしいっす。なんで笑えるっすか。こんなのいじめっす。聖杯戦争で負けて死んだと思ったら生きていて助かったって喜んでいたら現実を突きつけられて、おっさんはもっと怒ったり悲しんだりすべきっす。っていうか、私を救うとか言ってたけど、おっさんの方が何倍も救われないじゃん。あんなに神様神様言ってずっと信じてきたのに、神様はおっさんを救わない。そんなのおかしいと思わないの？不公平だらけじゃない。この世は全部残酷にできている。ハンピーは救われない。負け組は生まれた時から決まってる。
It's the shortest out of the big three. That's still absolutely ginormous. I don't even know. I don't plan to do that anytime soon. Even if someone tried to pay me for it, I'd have to refund the money and be like, nope, I'm sorry. That would take me like weeks. Hello, cat. I will hold you because you're pretty.
そうよ。何も悪いことをしてないのに、私のパパとママは死んじゃった。普通に道を歩いてただけなのに、映画みたいにぺしゃんことか笑えない。
Yes, I've got a cute little kitty. He's been sitting on top of my computer, and then he tried to walk on my keyboard. So now he's on my lap getting a nice kitty pet.
トラックの事故って何？アイスバーンで滑ったって何？運がなかったって何？才能がない人間には。
No, I don't have a week, so when I'm trying to pump out 2 videos every week. And I have a lot of other things that I would much rather watch and cover than Bleach on my backlog. Like, tons. Literal mountains of them. Before I would need to start that.
神様はパパとママを見放した。私だって見放した。じゃあ生きていてもしょうがない。この世界、どこにも救いはない。ネットの中ぐらいしか平等じゃない。
Well, it's more that it's one of those few things that I just can't possibly deliver, and asking me to do it for, like, just $50, I'm like, no. If you want me to, like, cover Bleach, you gotta pay me, like, $1,000 or something. I don't know.
だからしょうがないよね。私は何も悪くない。ネッ
Aww.
トに引きこもるのは当然だもん。
I wonder if I can get you guys to hear his purring. Oh boy. Do you hear my kitty ASMR? Can you hear it? Yeah, my little Kenshin is such a good kitty. He's such a love whore.
うんネットだけが平等の暇つぶし
We've been wearing these, like, fleece, like, robes during the winter because it's so cold, and he must think it's, like, the fur of his, like, parents or whatever, so he starts making biscuits all the time.
みんなで妬み合って憎み合ってごちそうを分け合って笑い合って虚しさも分け合ってそれでいいあとはゆっくりいつか来る日を待ってるだけでいい
Did you watch all of Gleipnir for a video? Maybe. Again, it's not a priority, but...
私は脱出なんてしない私は何も期待しない私は本当なんて聞きたくもないだって初めからいなかったみんなを見守ってくれる神様なんてどこにもいなかったんだから
This kitty needs a bath. He's usually really good about cleaning himself, but it's been a while. Like a broken dam, Jinako pours her heart out. These cries didn't come from being trapped in the far side of the moon. They were pent up inside her since long before. And Dai Otaku has no answer to her cries. I can't even recall my memories from before the Holy Grail War. I'm probably not qualified to sympathize with Jinako's grief. If anyone can dispel her darkness, it's only one person, and one person only. Only Monji Gato, now standing on the dawn of Precipice of Death. Drawn a Precipice of Death, I see. Gazing at Jinako with full composure. Yes, if someone paid money, I'd probably finish it off and do that, for sure. Now this is a bit of a pickle. Wait, he's already talking.
その怒りは全くもって意味のないものなのだ。良いか、カリギリよ。お主は神様なんていないと言
Catch you later,
ったが、
Kermit.
それは間違いだ。神はいる。確かにいる。
Wait, what are we talking about that's Norse?
多くの、あまりにも
Oh,
多くの神
Gleipnir?
に触れてきた。
Gleipnir? Interesting. I just read it the way I see it. Or I read it by default with Japanese vowels, because that would normally be the case.
土着の神がいた。侵略者の神
Actually, if I were to say it like that, it would be
営み
Gleipnir.
から生まれた神がいた。
Never mind.
営利
Shame
から
on
生
me.
まれた神がいた。恐るべきたたり神もいた。小生好みの肉感的な女神もいた。よくわからない萌え神もいた。
I should have assumed that that was Norse.
まさに千差万別。八百万の概念は日本だけの話ではない。その多種多様さに圧倒されながらも、俺はある事実に気づいた。お主には言うまでもなかろう。現実世界において、個人を幸福にした神はこの惑星には
He's a very interesting kind of priest, isn't he? His philosophy is kind of out there, isn't it?
それでようやく悟った。 この世に神は増します。されど人を救う神はただの一つもいないのだと。なぜだかわかるか。単純なことだ。それはアバターを彫った者は人間だからだ。人間とは奪い、殺し、貪り、そして忘れるもの。おお、まさにスーパーニート。
Not necessarily, Chaos.
投げかわし
We know a lot of those ADR script writers don't even speak Japanese. What are the odds that they're gonna know
何も悪い
Norse?
ことではない。
They absolutely butchered Ku Holland.
マジで？じゃあジナコさんが引きこもっているのも動物として普通なんすか？
そうなのだ。なので衣食住が足りていればうちにこもるのは自明の理。ゆえに人間は己が悪であることを否定できないがゆえ、自らを罰したくて仕方がない。しかし愚かなるか。
Yeah, I might do a waifu files on Higurashi. It's not my favorite series though, so
同じ穴の無地な
at least not my favorite for its waifu.
そこで必要になったものが神だ。神々は人間を
Oh,
救
what a
わ
good
れ、
kitty.
人々の理想によって性格を得た神。人間の望み通り人間を悪として扱う。神とはこれ、人間への究極の罰なのだ。これが地上を駆け回り、すべての宗教を学んだ小生の結論である。
No, I wasn't blaming Funimation. I'm just saying that the localizers in general don't always know what the hell they're talking about.
神様が
Not always.
罰？
I would take a scholar's word over that. The parts of Monjigato's soul which compose him, at best I'd expect these physical and visual components to occupy no more than one small portion of his resources. Even that's starting to clearly fade away. He's being tormented by an unimaginable agony and an unspeakable sense of loss. Despite that, Gato explains merit with even more fluidity and increasing volume.
恐ろしい結論だった。俺は怒りに任せ完全な神を求めた。人間の悪性にまみれていない原始の神聖を探し続けたのだ。
He can sure talk a lot.
その行為そのものが悪であると理解しながらな。まあそれはそれでよい。若気の至りだ。俺の反省などお主にする話ではないな。
Well, again, how do you know that the VA said it well if you didn't already know how to say it from some other source? Gato suddenly took a breath and looked at the palm of his hand. His fingertips were riddled with holes now, overflowing with noise. Wooden couldn't even tell if he was holding up scissors or paper. Or he doesn't see himself as satisfied. Perhaps...
カリギリよ。己と神を嘆くのは時間の無駄だ。なぜなら、神様はお前を見放したのではない。神は、初めから誰も見てはいない。お前は初めから誰にも見放されてはいない。
じゃあどうして自分だけこんなに苦しいんすか？どうして自分はどこにも行けないんすか？
Crunchyroll's getting AI? No, I didn't hear that. The sentinel wails and Gato nods. My left arm is reacting. It's the signal that an SG is materializing. Except Monji Gato's arm was shining too. and with a far greater intensity. Gato wasn't bestowed with the 5 meditations technique, but in his arm burns a radiance that shouldn't be, and it shines dazzlingly. No, I never said I'm the source, dude. Where did I ever say that? Like, we've still got dub voice actors hired by Disney of all people, who certainly have the money to localize in every possible language, and they still say Totoro instead of Totoro, like it's supposed to be. Totoro. So, they get things wrong. They sure do. And back in the day, ADV used to fuck up and say Chan instead of Chan. Like, that's literally in dubs, and it's pretty cringy. In the Sentai Filmworks is dubbed for Clannad. They say, Yushio instead of Ushio. So they butcher a lot. You can't just trust what a dub says. When in doubt, use the dub and then blame the dub if you're wrong, but still. His voice is humble yet bold, thus spoke Gato. Such is your life, a fickle star. Was his conclusion so cruel and detached? Then how could Gato say those words with such moving and warm affirmation? To call someone's life a fickle star, it's as if you were teaching slapping some glittery stickers on a few homework assignments after their pupils slaved away to finish them. I thought you were talking about Gleipnir Chaos. Who says Cuchulainn in Magus Bride? I don't remember that. Are we talking season 1 or 2? Yeah, I see your thing, Dawson. I don't know if AI is good enough to replace a human translator at this point. I don't think it is. It still requires a lot of human touch, which means you still need to be able to trust those humans to know what they're doing. People do live by bad RNG, though, Jinako. That's how it is. Jinako screams again. You can see her heart cave in on itself. Sorry, Kenny, I have to prop up my other leg, because when I'm holding you up on my lap, my leg's falling asleep. Jinako screams again. You can hear her heart cave in on itself. What's cruel and certain is that the more Jinako senses Gato's nearing death, the brighter the SG shines. Mordred, can you see me? Yes, I sure can. This corrupted monk's coercive lecture imparts onto Jinako's mind the absolute truth about the meaning and futility of death. Though likely blinded by now, Gato turns his eyes towards his arm and smiles, satisfied. Or so it looked like to me.
Jinako.
Dude, my cat is so fucking cute. He's like the perfect gaming cat, because if I just want to spend my entire day on the couch, he'll just lay on my lap the entire fucking day. It's so amazing. He's such a good boy. No, I just wish we had more Japanese people directly involved with the localization process and not so freaking dependent on Western companies to do all that localization. So have somebody who could be like, wait a second, no, you can't do that. Just somebody who, like, slaps these people on the wrist every time they try something like that.
なのでこう思うのだワコード。ただ間が悪かったのだと。全ての物事は大抵それで片がつくぞ。騙されたと思って口にしてみるがいい。気持ち心が軽くなるからな。
You gonna give me that SG? While laughing, Gato abruptly spins around. His face is hardly recognizable. I can still see it. His frail, noise-coated hand reaches towards me, as if beckoning me, as if trying to grab at me. Praetor! Mai? There's a version of the Fey goddess Morgan in the show. Currently active are the dubs, and she mentions Kuhalin in passing. Is that the one that's pregnant? Am I wrong in that? She's pregnant in the second season, I think, anyway. A chill jolts through me. This is farewell. The moment I clutched his hand, it spontaneously disintegrated. Yeah, you could say Cullen. It's not the worst. It's more of an H sound, though, the CH in that. You don't necessarily have to do the that a lot of Scottish people or Celtic would actually do, but like saying Hanukkah versus Hanukkah, that kind of, it's really similar, actually. His grip felt like a gnarled, sun-baked rock. Delivered to me was Jinako Karigiri's final SG. That season took a long time to really build up its momentum, but I sure liked it a lot. Ancient Magus Bride is a dope show. It's so funny how much stuff you see, like, Fate and It both referencing, but using in slightly different ways. Makes it really easy to understand, because I'm like, oh yeah, I know about that concept.
小生はこれにて入滅。生涯をかけて物心を求めた男が死後さまよってはいられまい。聖者の役に立って消えるのならこれこそ善行。ジナコカリギリのトゲも取れたし言うことなしである。ま、それはそれとして心の悩みはともかく
Oh, dude. You're dying, but you're gonna fat shame her, huh? Oof. See, people were worried that the fan translators were gonna be woke or something on it, but this is the kind of dialogue that's in the game, and it's still here. So, clearly they didn't take an agenda to it in this case. Whether they believed this was adequate dialogue or not, they still translated it like they're supposed to, and I can appreciate that a lot. Yeah, because it's funny. I watched The Promised Neverland with some of my Japanese friends who came out to visit for a while, and we had the English subtitles on, and they were hearing their Japanese, and they know a little bit of English, and so they're like, wait a second, why is nothing in the subtitles matching what they're saying? And I'm like, that's because of localization. Like, someone who knows the difference of both languages is still like, wait a second, that doesn't match. Like an actual native Japanese speaker being like, wait, there's a translation for that. He may have accepted that this would happen ever since he got his memories back. His strength deserves respect. Once he accepted that he was a dead man, he toiled for his allies until the very end. Monjigato stuck to what he did best. Aww. Then maybe you shouldn't have put up that stupid barrier.
言いたかったのはみんな最後には死んじゃうってことだけ。殺す気なんて死ねばいいなんて思うわけないじゃん。
When you tell people that they're gonna have to die in order to progress, this is what happens.
なのにどうして自分から死んじゃうのよ。そんなの私困る。
Well, we're gonna get to see her body a little more up close very soon.
ひどすぎる。どうして死んじゃうの。かっこつけて人を本気で感心させて人生観変えちゃって。
I don't know. In CCC, she's chubby, for sure.
どうするの。
I wouldn't necessarily call her plus-sized, but she's got some chub. And then in Fake Grand Order, as Ganesha's incarnate, she's definitely a lot bigger.
そう犠牲にして
But that's kind of the
物を生き
point.
ているなんてみっともなさすぎる。私今度こそ行き場がない。ただもうやだ。こんな惨めな私恥ずかしくって生きてなんかいられない。来ないで。誰も来ないで。私なんかずっと一人ぼっちで引きこもっていればいいんだ。
Nero is wearing a wedding dress-inspired outfit, yes. Gato's words weren't able to save Jinako. No, that may be wrong. If anything, Gato probably saved Jinako too well. He made sure Jinako got the message and then some. So it's Jinako who can't deal with still being around. The answer Gato showed her was so correct that Jinako, who hates her own weakness so much, couldn't take it anymore.
カウント機構の消失確認しました。状態異常オールクリア。迷宮第12回は SG を失い一時的な安定状態に保たれています。
ラニー、あなたのシステムボイスが今ほどありがたいことはありません。
I agree with what you just said,
冷静さを
Chaos, for
取り戻
sure.
すにはいい反応です。
It's taking things too far. That's the
こんな言
problem.
い方しかできない自分が嫌になりますね。お聞きの通りです。一時こちらに帰還してください。この先は彼女の心の中での戦いです。我々にも心を整理する時間が
Talk
必要
about
です。
delicious in dungeon. Wait a second. Are you telling me Delicious in Dungeon has uncensored nude? Does it? I don't remember seeing that. I only saw episode 1, so maybe episode 2? Are you getting my hopes up? But yeah, Netflix you can get away with more because it's not Japanese broadcast television. That's the biggest thing. And Netflix is surprisingly inconsistent about what they consider to be okay content or not. But it generally seems that Netflix will, like, accept pretty much anything. Whether it's the cutie stuff, the Dave Chappelle stuff, they'll even take the female feminist criticism or critique, the chick that hated Netflix for paying Chappelle so much, they would still host her just as much. It's like, they don't care. Oh. The doorbell rang, and there go the cats. There go the cats. Localization Devil's Part-Timer 2. I don't think it fits better. That's an opinion. It'll never be go beyond an opinion. And saying it's all minor shit just doesn't necessarily work. Even if you do like it better, though, it's still true that it's not accurate. On Twitter, you saw a picture, like a screenshot, or just like a... I don't know. I'm gonna have to watch that episode. It's gonna be fun. I've got a lot of stuff to do. I'm excited. I'm gonna have a good weekend. Okay, so let's look in this closet. So you're talking about costume. Oh, wait, what? Is it for Umu? No. Do I have to use the item? How does that work? Wait a second. Oh, was it just like a cosmetic item? I'll have to find out. The curse of death. Yeah. Whoa, hello. So, now we've recovered Jinako's final SG, and all that remains is to tear down the Labyrinth's relief. Yet, unlike the previous Sentinels, Rin and Rani, what happened with Jinako doesn't really explain much. Her situation could be described like an atonement, being overwhelmed with shame. And then there's that man, Monji Gato. I'll ask you for this straight, Praetor. What say you about Gato's passing? He lived by his own meaning, and we had to fight in that Grail War. I see, then that's fine. If that man who lived heartily and whimsically knew that at the very, very end he would bear everything around him on his shoulders, then he may have said, "God damn it!" It would have come back, and then I think he would start complaining. His behavior in the end was unbefitting of his character. He said that's what life pretty much is. However, acting like he did, anyone would mistake his act for something lofty. Judging by the end of this man, who laughed life away, is the meaning of anything found in death? I think even Gato would turn bleak at that. You're surprised that I speak well of him? I got carried away. Never did I think the words would fly from my tongue, but I praised that man's virtue. All I'm really saying is that everything about him conflicted with who I am, is all. He has his silver lining. Well, enough of that. Let's end this day and go to sleep like logs. Hopefully that will ease us. I'm tired. Tomorrow will certainly feel fresh as a newborn. But just for tonight, let's depart for sleep as the dead do. Yes, I want to see Umu squeezing the plushie too. That would be fun. Another night without sunset or sunrise rise passes. I recall that we came back. Leo wanted to discuss something. Of course he fucking does. Alrighty. But, even more pressing is, I got a swimsuit. Where did it go? Don't tell me it was just one of these things. Where's the swimsuit? I got one. Aww. Do you hear my dog? Arr. Oh, exciting swimsuit. Oh, that's for Taiga. That's for Taiga. God damn it. That's not for me. That's for Taiga. That's the quest item. Lame. Lame. Ah, that's... Thank you, Otaku. So you brought me a tool to swim across the ocean. Damn it, that wasn't for you. I'll give you this gift as thanks. Okay, please, give it to me. Be a swimsuit. I don't want a lamp. I don't want a lamp. What is this, a Christmas story? Alright, Teach is gonna dive off the roof. I'll get in touch with you. Alright, have fun. Have fun. Yeah, well, if we got to see Taiga in the swimsuit, but we won't. We won't. Both Taiga are pretty cool, I gotta say. No! This is bullshit. I need to, like, look up again where I can find the outfit for Umu. What chapter do I have to be in for this to work out? We're all here. Today, before confronting Jinako Karigiri, there's something we need to confirm. Dai, do you remember how we told in a previous briefing that no floors exist in the Labyrinth beyond the 12th? Now that he mentioned it, it feels like I heard about this, how according to Sakura's observations, 6 floors were added to the Labyrinth after Rani was freed. Well, yeah. It's been 6 floors since Rani was freed, and now we're on the 12th. I didn't even realize it, but we've cleared the entire Labyrinth. Yes, we've done it. You've done splendidly with this exploration up to this point. I was so worried that the Labyrinth was going to be extended before we reached the 12th floor. The other alter ego capable of becoming a sentinel is showing absolutely no signs of itself. Maybe it's intentional. Maybe it didn't make it in time. I don't know what BB intends, but the truth is that there's only 12 floors. Following the theory Rin and Rani formulated, I verified it countless times. Everything below the 12th floor we've explored is completely empty. None of my echo pings have returned. Rin boastfully swells with pride. No, I did not know that there was a visual novel of Toradora. Or even a match for BB. It feels like Achilles finally caught up to the turtle. It's a turtle, after all. And Zeno's arrow has finally hit the target. I suppose we could say that this AI is limited by its reliance on humanity's history, assets from the past. However, that's because BB is sticking to her stance as an AI. A perfect opportunity like this may not come a second time. That's why there's something we need, Dai, of the Student Council's General Affairs, to do for us. What do you want? After confirming that Jinako Karigiri's relief has disappeared, we'll have you continue straight through to the Labyrinth's end without break. The Labyrinth's end goes to the near side. Miss Tosaka, Rani, and Sakura can teleport you to the near side as soon as you arrive. I said this before, but if just one person gets back, the moon cell will detect an anomaly, and BB will be deleted. Once we destroy Jinako's wall, BB will likely pressure us with obstacles. Pawns exhausted, she'll come at us with full force. That's why we'll hit the goal before BB catches onto us. That could be fun, Dawson. After we beat Jinako and Karna, we'll have to evade a panicked BB and reach the end of the labyrinth by whatever means necessary. That's right, it's the very best plan we have at present. If all BB amounted to was some mere rogue health management AI, then my hand wouldn't have been forced like this. But her thought routine prioritizes self-preservation. If I considered that, this is very dangerous indeed. BB is an AI who will be deleted if the moon cell finds her. BB knows this. That's why, sooner or later, her priority will switch to eliminating the moon cell, so that she survives. That's way out there. That can't... No, it could happen. BB may be more human-like than even a human, but deep down, she's an AI. She performs mechanically, doing whatever she can, as much as she can, which means, if I'm eventually going to be deleted by the moon cell, then I must hijack the moon cell first. It's possible that this is an extremely natural conclusion that will come to pass. That's right, once I heard BB prioritizes her self-preservation, I thought, this sucks. It doesn't seem like she realizes, but if she just hides out on the far side of the moon cell will catch her at some point. So before that happens, she'll encroach on this entire moon cell like the far side. She'll eventually hit on that as an answer. The moon cell is some crazy alien supercomputer that exists on the moon. It has been observing humanity for pretty much all of our history, and now that the Earth is running out of mana on the Fate Extra timeline, a lot of humans have taken salvation in the moon cell by hacking into it, which is why we're all here right now. It's a simulated world. BB no longer has any obedience instructions towards the moon cell. She's capturing masters and taking in servants until her functionality expands. She'll stand up to the moon cell sure enough. So listen, everyone, before that happens, please stop BB. That's what we intend. Karna will likely be formidable, but he's simply Jinako's guard. Our eyes are on the true hurdle, BB. Keep that in mind when you break down Jinako Karigiri's wall. Then, please defeat BB. So Leo says, not skipping a beat. I intended to advance on him with the best look of defiance I could muster, but the Student Council president cheerfully ignored it. Bruh, that's what we gotta do. Hey Dai-chan, I'm sure you know this already, but I'll remind you just in case. Don't miss anything with your equipment. Don't feel like you need to skimp out on items. Okay? That guy Gato went out like that because he was asking for it, you know? I told him so many times, but he just wouldn't listen. But you still have room for improvement, Dai-chan. If you're careless and something happens, I won't be able to sleep at night. Aw, I give a stiff nod. Rin smiles. She holds firm like she usually does, but her eyes are somewhat swollen. It looks like she hardly got any rest. Leo stares at Rin, who's planning things ahead, and Rani from the side. I thought hard about this, but even in that final place, what's still intact are the workings of her soul, her conscience. I'll be happy if mourning turns into the power to move forward. Well, still. Ultimately, no one here shunned the act of sacrificing the defeated to put themselves ahead. Monji Gato himself was the same way. This is just the way it goes. Jinako Karigiri alone is an irregular who managed to avoid that leash. I think the reason Gato wanted to help her was because he felt she was naive and lost, but good-natured on the inside. But right now, she's also fallen into a trap and is frightened of us. This is where we find out if Monji Gato, the person closest to and most unbecoming of a saint, had his will reach Jinako or not. Of course, I'll never forget my gratitude. Or rather, he's the kind of person I'd have to wish on the Holy Grail to forget about. Humans really are complex. You can't measure what's within with just theories. If things didn't come to this, never in my life would I have been aware of Gato's human nature. Leo smiles vaguely bitterly, then looks around the student council and says, "Did we get contact from the others?" Ronnie suddenly stands up, then comes over to me.
伝達します。
Kiara has answered our request and finished her preparations. Let's go. Ronnie, behaving formally, fixes her gaze on me. Dai, I also have hope in you. If you ever get forced to make a choice, please don't hesitate to choose yourself above all else. That is my wish. You deserve to live more than anyone. May Venus, the morning star, guide your way. Now then, please head to Jinako's relief, yada yada yada, henceforth, blah. I would read an Ami path, yeah. At last, it's time to return to the near side. Alrighty, ba. I mean, if Kirei's got new gear, it didn't look like he did. As I move to leave the student council room, Leo approaches the window to address the night. His words seemed concerning and stayed in my mind. Unconcerned, the solar knight stared at the orange-glazed grounds, answered thus.
Gawain,
Gawain, does it seem like tomorrow morning will be clear skies?
Leo.
Yes, Leo. I think the dark night cloud shall be swept away. As if breaking through, the dark and crimson of sunrise eventually turns into blue sky. I'm sure the wind will sweep over the hills and will graze the manes of our blanketed racing steeds under the foliage-filtered light. And then we'll be ushered into castle gates of yore, and our long parched throats will be quenched. I'm sure we'll celebrate the king's return, see the maidens whirling as flowers do, and love one another as sworn friends. No homo. Oakley dokley. Last mission. They're full of it, but... Alright, Kirei, what do you got? Funny you say that, buddy, but... The last thing you had for sale was this Osiris thing. Actually, is this all new stuff? Let's take a look. The mermaid robe is something I'm already using, isn't it? Yeah, it only boosts... That sucks. You're not selling anything new, you ass face. Sell me something that can heal people, but... Yeah, so, nope. Nope, there's nothing new here. And I don't need any of these items. I don't think. Are there any I have 0 over? Minuscule amount of a master's MP? Well, that's not bad. I'll spend a little bit. Curry powder, master's MP, meh. Servant's HP. No. A minuscule amount. That's not really what I want to use in a boss battle in a game like this. Nope, so I'd use ether fragments probably the most of all, so we're good. We're good. We're good. To the dungeon, people. To the dungeon. Let's do it. Actually, I want to look up real quick how you get the extra CCC costumes. Like what chapter they're in. What chapter am I in now? Did they just tell me? My save file? Chapter 4, okay. the end of chapter 4. So let me look this up. How to unlock costumes. There we go. Bum. You have to beat the game for a school swimsuit. That sucks. And you don't get Saber's swimsuit until chapter 6. Lame. And it's available on the 16th floor, which we're only on the 12th now, so we got some ways to go. Wah, wah, wah. I want to wrap this up because I got company. The game probably will never let me. These things take hours. This is where Jinako ran off to, isn't it? Unlike Rin and Rani, her foundations are less firm. Unlike a newborn innocent alter ego, this relief's pattern is filled with weakness and contradictions unique to humans. I mustn't. Well, it begs my curiosity. I must end my idle talks here. Releasing Jinako is important, but countering BB remains a top priority. BB is still merely playing. However, once everyone corners her, she'll bite back. Although we're the ones cornered in this place, I cannot imagine what a cornered BB will do. She must be captured quickly and at all costs. You may begin the infiltration right away. Are your preparations in order? Sure are. Let's do it. Very well. As always, entrust everything to me. I, Kiara Sesshoin, with prudent care, shall take charge of Dai. I take a long, deep breath and loosen my body. I'll be fine. I've been through this 3 times already. I relax my memories, animosity, and pressures. I pour my consciousness into Kiara, and my wavering mind and body loosen until... Steins Gate, my darling embrace. Yeah. I've heard good things about it. Yeah, I'll take a look at the tweet. In we go! Persona! I fall within an intense atmosphere. Jinako's mind was unique. It lacked the same influence as the others. Rin, Rani, and Lip's minds were wells of dissatisfaction. Dissatisfaction towards the world, toward their ideals, towards themselves. But Jinako's mind murmurs solely of dissatisfaction towards itself. The mind targets only the mind for punishment. Nice panties. My body won't move. Can't. Oh, she's talking. Good. I'd really rather do neither, Dawson. Pebcock? What the hell is that? I don't know what that means. Jinako's voice isn't directed towards us. She mutters to herself without cease. Not a single whisper goes out to me or Saber. It was painfully obvious that Jinako's true enemy wasn't Dai Otaku the invader, but Jinako herself. Ugh.
はその2点の間にあるならルートは単純な方がいいと思う。起伏なんていらない。余分なイベントなんて無駄。ショートカットするくらいでちょうどいい。だってどんなに幸福でも
She's someone who definitely needs therapy, and I don't think this SG system is really the kind of therapy she's gonna need.
プラグなんて存在しなかった。私の人生がイージーモードに、スコア稼ぎのいらないゲームに、仲間だっていっぱいできたよ。みんなネットでは変わらない仲間だった。私の人生は順風満帆。皆さんはクソゲー強制プレイでご愁傷様。僕がジナコさんは勝ち組です。でもなんでいつの間にか私を一人に
I answered your question, Dawson.
恋人、就職、成功、結婚、何よそれ。楽しそうにイベントクリアしちゃってさ。面倒なんじゃなかったの？苦しいんじゃなかったの？
Oh, pain in the ass. I understand the Pito one.
泣いて笑ってバカじゃないの？こんなゲームに本気になっちゃって。
It's because you're gonna die that you want to cherish those moments ever more. That those achievements have that value because you did it within the span that you could. If you're gonna die anyway, you might as well have a good time of it, right? Of course, you can have a much longer, more fulfilling life if you know, have some element of survival instinct. So, yeah. Oh, I see.
どうして私は楽しくないの？あ、嘘です。ジナコさん嘘つきました。チート最強、イージーモード万歳、イベントスキップ余裕。超楽しい、すごい幸せ、早く終わるなバカ。嘘だよ。全部嘘。現実とか嘘。私も嘘。私は現実にはいない。あの時から消息不明。
You're a mess is what you are, Jinako. You gotta clean that up. Put all these crazy thoughts in order. Try to make sense of it all.
私を仲間とか言わないで。私には何もできないの。そういう風に生きてきたから。何もできない私はこのまま。
Jinako's suffocating soliloquy comes to rest, finally. Her inner voice pleads for its own destruction. Except, can such a plea truly be so? The voice whispers that everything is a lie. Are these conclusions not also fabrications? Self-denial is human nature. It's a hardship that everyone bears, not just Jinako. A journey through an indefinitely hallucinating mind. After this momentary sensation, or perhaps this passing of eternity, I approach the center of Jinako's heart. I don't know why, but that crying emoji makes me think of a mosquito. Like it's a crying mosquito. Despite being inside the core of the labyrinth, the depths of her mind, Jinako is nowhere to be found. Karna loomed ahead. Saber immediately prepares to engage in combat.
現れたな、セイバー。不本意だが、ここがお前との別れの時のようだ。
なんさ、いや、マスターを尊重するのなら
Launcher's made up. It's not a real thing.
不本意なのはお互い様だ。戦う必然性
Just because he throws his lance doesn't mean jack shit. Emiya throws swords and we still call him an archer.
それが黄金の英雄ならなおさらだ。
Ku threw his lance as well.
夕日落ちる戦火の甲冑。これも定めだ。主を思って潔く引くならよし。
華々しいな、バラの皇帝。多くの市民はそのあり方に喝采を送っただろうが、 出来事という出来事を全て舞台にしなければ立ち行かぬほど、お互い様とはよく言ったものだ。俺にはお前の苦悩が
If he shot grenades, I'd believe
何が
it.
救いになるのかさえもな。幕を下ろしてやろうセイバー。主役が消えればその舞台もおしまいだ。
You could call him a blaster. He's got like laser eyes. Karno stands firm like the stern chief butler of a mansion he regards as his enemies, yet maintains his courtesy. His serenity overwhelmingly intimidates us back. Just get to the fight already.
ジナコ自身もこれ以上潜み続けていられないことは承知している。お前の主はこの短期間に如実に強くなった。迷宮の先へ進もうとする無比無類の粘り強さはジナコにとっておぞましい脅威として映っているだろう。 SG を解体され、もはやただただ漠然とした恐怖に支配されながら身動きの取れないジナコとは対照的だ。だが今はそれだけではない。冷たい炎のようにじりじりと心を焦がすものがある。
Her guilt, I suppose. I murmur, to which Karna nods. It's more like he shoots a giant laser, or energy or something.
俺はガトーに感謝している。狂気の淵に立つ我が主人をかろうじてとどめているのは。
やめてよ。なんすか？公開処刑っすか？どうしてとっととサーバントの役目を果たさないっすか？本当にこの大外れサーバント。
Jinako makes her appearance. Having lost her composure, she clutches Lancer. She looks nothing like the dauntless game champ, although her looks never made any claim to that title in the first place.
もう終わりにする。全部終わりにする。私らが負けても。
A mega bazooka launcher? What the hell's that from?
戦おう。それで終わるならそうしよう。それしかないっしょ。
I guess you can say the word laser cannon, though, which is kind of a contradiction. No, I won't play along with your desperation. I thought Apocrypha was plenty depthful. Plenty deep, I guess. What kind of what you have? I can't... Jinako is still fixated on death. Her survival instincts are waning beyond control. What can of bars you have? What? Even if we fight, this won't turn out well. Win or lose, the result will be Jinako being battered between her weakness and powerlessness. In that case... I want you to tell Gato thanks. Jinako's face turns pale.
さすがは我が奏者。単純にしてひねりもないが、ジナコカリギリ。奏者の心を受け入れよ。BB に踊らされるでない。あれの還元は、鉛の手記に満ちたワインのように。言わない。
Oh, like energy bars and stuff like that?
絶対に言わないから。
I didn't know quick oats bars were making people sick. I hadn't heard that. They're some of the most bland foods you can eat, unfortunately. It's like calories packed into a small thing, but you still feel hungry. Even if you got all those calories from it, you still feel hungry. So it didn't really accomplish its job. I thought it treated Mordred fantastically. See, that's what we're looking for.
命令とあらば従おう。我が槍のボーイを持って彼らを焼き尽くす。お前の内にある暗き炎がお前自身を燃やし尽くすまで消えぬというなら。
Bring it, Kern! Kern.
行くぞセイバー。時期尚早だが、ここが貴様の七と知れ。くだらない宿業だ。命をかけるほどのものか。
Okay, so they're gonna code cast on the 3rd.
花の時代は終わりだセイバー。4度目の落葉を迎えるがいい。
太陽の化身がバカを言え。日はまた昇るというのだろう。我が奏者が呼ぶ限り、世は灰になっても舞い戻るぞ。
I'm afraid I don't really understand. Does that stay with you the whole match? That's pretty dope. So if it were a guard in the second, sorry, an attack in the second, and a guard at the bottom. Let's just try this. I have no idea. Fine, we'll both buff each other. How do you like that, biatch? Okay, so that doesn't work whether you're guarding or not. Alright, so we've got 3 things here. An attack in the first, a break in the third, and an attack in the 5th. Okay. Well, let's assume it's the first thing on this list then. A, B, B. A, B. Who knows? Got that part right. Got that part wrong. Okay. I see. Alright, well, we're gonna heal because yikes. Alright, attack guard blank. Nope. Now let's find out. At least those code casts don't do jack shit. This is annoying as hell. Let's see, attack. Ends of the break, attack in the third, ends of the break, attack in the third, ends of the break. Nope, attack in the third, ends of the break, attack in the third. Do I Attack in the second end of the break. Okay, I can find that. Gab Agab. Let's try that. Hope that works. Oh, you had a skill right off the start. Did not see that coming. You cheating bastard. I actually got an extra turn for once. Wow! Not bad. Not bad. That could have been a lot worse. Dawson, I'd love to see you play Resident Evil. Oh, maybe. Okay. Guard attack blank. Guard attack blank. Guard attack blank. Guard on the 4th. Yeah, none of these patterns are showing up here. Whoever made this fucking spreadsheet is really, really bad. Guard attack. Blank. Let's find out, man. I don't even know. Hell yeah. Resident Evil 0. You sealed me. Okay, and now we're being told he's going to do a skill on the 4th. That limits things considerably. Guard break. So skill, guard break, skill, guard break. I believe that's going to be the case. Actually, yep, it has to be that. Wait, no, it doesn't. Wait, what? That's the same thing again. Okay, so skill, guard break, skill, guard break. I hope to God I survive this. Unfortunately, this interrupts me. Yeah, that one sucked. Okay, so he starts with a guard, and then... Alright, so guard. Attack guard. So, G-A-A-G-G. Let's try that. So, G... A-A... Wait, what? That doesn't make any sense. G-A-A... Oh, G-A-A-A. Nope, can't do that. Is it G... G-A-B-A? G-A-B-A-G-B. Okay. Theoretically, this should work. Damn it. It's never right. It's just never right. These battles are crazy. Okay, so he's gonna do his noble. This is not going good. Hum ba bum bum bum. I hope to God this works.
頼むぞ組んだ
Oh, you got defense up, you little cheater! I wish I could take away your debuffs.
うまい
That'd be nice.
良きに計らえ
Okay, here goes. Hit me with your best shot.
神の王の慈悲を知る
Fire away!
インドラ勝つも
It's too bad I can't use a noble phantasm yet.
絶滅
You would think we would now that I have my memories back.
焼き尽くせまさにやって
Okay, half health. That's not too bad.
是非もなし
But you do have to strip off your armor to do that, right? Isn't that how it works?
あれだけで親友じゃないよあの人たち
うまくしのいだのだろう苦し紛れ
Alrighty, so we start with a break attack. Oh, wait, sorry, no, break attack. So break attack. Break. So break attack, break. Attack, break. Special. Let's see if that works.
良きに計らえ
Crack, crack, crack! Yay! I got it right! Fuck you! Oh, did I get all three of them? Yeah, I got the whole skill right. Yep, I knew. Unfortunately, that skill saves him from getting a triple hit. Oh, shit. Does that mean it's gonna come back down?
ジナコ
Um,
できているか
負けちゃう負けちゃうあるななんとかして
I don't know what to think of that.
限界まであがいてみるか
Let's hope this works.
華麗に決めよう賢くな
頭上注意悪く思い
That wasn't too bad. I still get my triple attack. Eat shit and die, Karna! Wow!
頭上注意
Oh, you can hit me twice? I didn't know it kept raining. Wow. We gotta be very careful of that. Alright. That could have been really bad. I think I already answered that question, and I think you're right, Dawson, so that's all I got to say there. Okay, so healing time. I don't know if guarding really can help that. So break in 1, 3, and 5. So break in 1, 3, and 5. Bababs. Hopefully that works.
良きに計らえ
頭上注意悪く思い
Bam, bam, bam! Eat shit and die, Karna. Wham! Oh, he's not dead yet.
頭上注
Oh,
意
he's gonna drop another fireball on me. Any new body pillows? No. Oh, you really want to play this out into the next turn, eh?
どう切り替え
Is that how you want to do this? Fine, we're just gonna finish this off, buddy.
華麗に決めろ。良きに計らえ。ヌプティアへの加勢。
Even with you guarding it, get out of here, buddy.
倒れるわけにはいかん
I like how his animation was just sort of like, "Aw, man!" DB Games Battle Hour? No idea what that is. Nope. Never heard of it. Level ups for everyone! Ugh. Check out the Saber POV. The only one I was able to find was made in the program Koikatsu. Karna took a full blow to the chest from Saber, yet doesn't fall. I shudder at the sight of his spirit, his endurance. That was definitely a fatal wound. But if he's even if he's a servant, he won't be able to avoid fading if this goes any further. Yet after taking such a blow, Karna still stands. It isn't due to some healing skill or immortality skill. Incredibly, by the mere strength of his will, he's enduring a fatal wound.
何を感心している奏者よ。よだってあれぐらいできるぞ。3度まで読み替えるからな。
Jealous, Umu. She's so cute. I bet it's taking everything just for him to breathe. Karna doesn't respond, which leaves one person. The only person left is Jinako, dazed. She lost Gato, and Karna was completely defeated. It's evident how far backed into a corner Jinako is now. But that doesn't mean we can go easy on her. It's showing her pity, if showing her pity results in Jinako slipping away, no good will have come from any of this. I lock with her startled and anticipatory gaze. I mustn't hesitate. I'm going to lay Jinako's mind bare. If I don't, then we won't move on. She won't move on. Zip, 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 zip.
来た。ついに来てしまったっすね。このファイナルステージに。飛んで火にいるなんてやら。ここまでの展開が巧みな演技だったとか僕はマジ作詞っす。
FGO changes and localization, that's a little trickier because it's not so easy to access the Japanese version. Throughout the dim space, a strangely energetic voice echoes. It's definitely Jinako's voice, but this baseless confidence, this careless and obliviously made statement, was she really?
そう、すべてはこうなるよう計算づくの行動だったのであった。
It's on the hub, huh? Okay, I'll look that up on the hub. I wasn't looking on the hub. Fantasy trees, trees of emptiness. It's that kind of stuff. Tamlin instead of Fairy Knight. Yeah, it's a lot of that. Obviously, most of the stuff that comes out of Osaka Behime's mouth is completely different because they're trying to substitute one type of nerd for another. I don't actually mind all that much in her case.
その特殊イベント、僕が余裕で達成したっす。もう出口はないっすよ。
Punish start. I turn around in the darkness, and a distinct mental wall comes into view. Jinako isn't joking. This is just like back with Rin and Rani. So a part of Jinako's mind was synchronized with BB.
え ?BB と同期私がなんで
Nunde. Why? That's what I want to ask. Apparently BB isn't tampered with Jinako's mind, which means that everything that happened up until now, and her defiance in lieu of the situation, was all of her own accord. What a hopeless 30-year-old Jinako is.
ダメじゃないのこんなの普通でしょだって BB についた方がお得だもん言っておくけど私は悪くないまだ誰にも負けてないだから反省なんかしないつうか この役回り割と楽しかったし、ボス気分っていうの上から目線って最高だよね。みんなが困っていようが関係ないもん。困らない。
Well, a lot of it winds up on Sankaku Complex also, and I like to go there.
デッドエンドよ。
I can't believe this. It's as if she feels no remorse, although it's obvious that she's acting tough. I thought Jinako's mind was wide open at this point, but it looks like it won't be so easy. I guess I have to do it. It truly pains me to do this, but if this is how it's going to be, then this calls for the usual rough therapy.
何よ。ここじゃ物理攻撃は無意味よ。私には何も効かないんだから。そもそも私に弱点とかない。
Yeah, Jinako's not a teenager.
ゲームチャンプだし、今までだって1割の力で遊んでたんだから。
This boss has some nerve saying that, with all the weaknesses she's got. This is her first SG. Jinako has a bad habit of lying her flying asshole. Liar! Cretan's paradox. Slap in the face. Yeah, they hate ad blockers, and their ads are kind of annoying. They keep changing their interface. Interface. Yes, you know what I'm saying. Jinako, are you referring to those flowers as your clothing? This is your punishment. Only those who have been through this phenomenon understand it. I guess Jinako had no idea how dangerous a cross-examination within one's mind can be. Bimi must have enticed her to lock Dai-Otaku away along with herself as a last resort. But this is a world of mental images, a space where Jinako's most hated lecturing has power. Jinako is the liar. All I said were a few words, and now she's in a panic. Being a boss is fun? What a joke. I also don't like how Sankaku's trying to limit the number of tags you can use in a given search. There's no reason why Jinako would serve as a boss anyway. Bosses are lonely creatures. They're always wishing to ride alone. It's unlikely that Jinako could endure such a position. That's because Jinako is afraid of... loneliness. Eating yakiniku alone. Yes, I see your thing, Dawson. I mean, the hub is kind of a mixed bag as to what you're gonna find, especially after that huge purge they did. It's mostly, like, amateurs, independent, you know, models and things like that, which isn't bad. But, yeah. I can't stand this anymore. But I can't let up on her now. There's a reason why she became like this. It's the dark shadow cast over Jinako Karigiri's life. If I identify it, then I can finally strip this facade out of her mind. The reason why Jinako locked herself in her room was the curse of death. The Fujoshi curse. I mean, not wrong. Her parents, who had committed no crime and had done nothing wrong, passed away in an instant. Death falls on everyone for no reason at all. Doubting that, being afraid of that, and detesting that from the bottom of her heart is Jinako's curse on herself. Who's texting me? What the hell? Oh. They're watching my stream. I want to say hi to them, but I gotta finish the stream before I can do that. That's the final trauma that keeps her tied down. You're right, she's not much of a Fujoshi from what I've seen. She's more of just a hardcore gamer. Well, that's why it wasn't the right answer. You weren't supposed to choose it. I have watched Kiss Him Not Me. That show kind of bugged me. It was interesting. We can't have that happen, especially now that Gato's name was brought up. I'm stubborn too. Now that we've hit this point, I'm going to do everything I can to get Jinako back on her feet. I mean, she realized trying to impose her Fujoshi fantasies onto a bunch of guys who found her attractive was kind of toxic behavior. And so at the end of the story, she, just realizes, yeah, I gotta go back to my own fantasies. I understand that my expectations aren't realistic and it's not fair to impose them on other people, so I don't want any of you, which is the frustrating part, but at the same time it is kind of honest. Jinako's compulsive lying is an SG that deceives even herself. Only a barrage of attacks can defeat her now. I take a deep breath and 1, 2... Well, I don't have a choice. We both know you don't want to die. No one wants to die. I've heard some neats work. Apologize. Isn't it literally in the definition of a neat to not be employed, though? Work versus non-employed, I guess. That's the difference. That's life, Flabby. Take responsibility. Jesus Christ! I guess we are supposed to give them a verbal beatdown, but I don't see how that's productive. That's fine. People want you around. Okay, let's go with Dawson's line right here. He says, "She sure got milkers." This is probably wrong. It's probably wrong, but I'm just gonna say it because that's literally what you just said. Did it work? Excuse me? I don't have anything like that. I'm a chick, remember? It's not your choice. Again, a feminist would hate this so bad. But I think they also would have missed the point. Because this is stuff that's supposed to get under your skin. Under your skin. Hakunon Futa confirmed. It could be. Or they just didn't feel like adjusting the script. But even then, that's not what you're supposed to be doing in this mind. It's supposed to be a verbal attack. You've been useful before. You're useful like Daru is useful. Jinako sounds more serious than she's been. This is Jinako's true voice, not her compulsive lying, loneliness, or curse of death talking. It's her true sorrows. I can't understand Jinako's suffering. That's why I can't make her problems go away. There's only one thing I can do, one thing I can say. My feelings toward Jinako. I say... We're supposed to be really cruel, right? Oh no, I got it wrong. I thought they were trying to get me to say that stuff. I'm sorry. Oh, I'm sorry. Oh, that took 2? That's creepy. It's not supposed to take 2. That's not fair.
自分をダメにしない。
Yeah, I think Jinako forgot that one simple thing. There are many kinds of personalities among people. I won't say always have hope. One is free to do that whenever. One can even be pessimistic. Everyone feels lost, troubled, in want of someone to lean on sometimes. The one thing I want is for her not to get complacent. After all, Jinako is so lewd slash fat. That's such a weird association. They're completely different.
そのルビは嬉しいけど嫌っす。
Tickled by the yellow ruby text? Are you calling me a sow? I wrap things up with a smooth line, but this pork tenderloin here just won't tender up. Jesus. Well, a sow's a pig. But anyway, no more blaming ourselves, got it? I'll keep humiliating Jinako until she agrees. This is absolute chaos. It makes no sense.
私おかしくなっちゃう。私の負けです。頑張る。それなりにピコ頑張るから。
Saying you've got nice milkers is saying you have big boobs. I don't think the person being told that really cares. It's still, like, probably an unwanted advance in either case. The world goes white along with Jinako's whimpers. She sounded a little desperate at the end there, but that much bluntness fits Jinako just fine. I get the impression that I'm becoming lighter. With Jinako's mind unraveled, the relief must be crumbling. I'm glad. I didn't do it perfectly, but I managed to pass the baton from Gato to Jinako. Thank goodness. It appears that once again you safely unraveled the heart of a maiden. I'll take care of Jinako until she wakes up. I'll move her to the old school building at once and tend to her. Focus on your mission, Dai. Dai-chan, you hear me? Great job freeing Jinako. Cross over to the near side like we planned, go down those stairs and head to the end of the labyrinth. We see no anomalies in the labyrinth at present. BB appears unable to meet our advance. As an AI, she lacks combat functionality. She's no threat to you, who defeated Lancer and Karna. That's right. This is the one and only decisive match. None of us can afford to slip up now. Until you get back to the near side, this is it. Let's roll up our sleeves and get this done. Well, you say that, but the first thing I'm doing is actually wrapping up the stream for today. Because we did what we were supposed to. We've completed Jinako's thing. I've got company over that I should be entertaining. Was not expecting that, but I want to be with them. And yes, so I hope you've enjoyed this video. Like I said, I'm working on the Gurren Lagann waifu files. The next stream, I'm not really sure. I think I've got a stream lined up for... It's not next week. Next week, I've got Tunguska coming out, so it'll be the week after that, probably. If that makes sense. So not this Friday, but or not next Friday, but the Friday after that. But yes, if you enjoyed this video, definitely subscribe for more, and until next time, celebrate your fandom.